Live?
Yep,
That was it?
that was it.
Oh, normally there's a countdown. Okay, hi. Hello. Is evil laugh. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Roll for Bowl, a 7C streaming live stream. See, I messed it up right away. I got completely thrown off my rhythm. Um, Hi, everybody. Welcome. We are an actual play live stream that is typically doing Dungeons and Dragons every week, and our story takes place in Thylia, the land of Greek mythology and magic. Uh, Jin has had to save the world through a global spy conspiracy involving rocket launchers and raccoons. So she's not able to join us today. As a result, we are doing something a little different today. We did promise all of you Odyssey of the Dragonlords, and we're giving you that. What we did not promise you was Dungeons and Dragons. Today, we are running a story that is canonical, that takes place in Thylia and meshes with the rest of the campaign in ways that I've yet to reveal to my players. But it uses a system called 7th C. Now, 7th C is one of my favorite rule systems out there. It's the first one that I ever ran games for way back when I was a young bin competence. And it is a game of swashbuckling theatrics and dramatics. It is created to allow you to play out stories like Princess Bride, Pirates of the Caribbean, Three Musketeers, anything where you have a sword, you swing it, and there's witty banter. Haha. So, my hero, one of the benefits of this game is that it requires a little less planning than the other D&D, and to that end, I don't quite know everything that my heroes have up their sleeves. They've picked characters from a pre-made list and have been given permission to adapt them to this setting. um, I am realizing now live on camera that I did not see what their final versions were, so this is going to be good. um, let's start. I'm going to call off each of these players, and I want them to introduce themselves, their character, and a I'm going to say your favorite swashbuckling dramatic movie. And it doesn't have to be pirates and swords. It could be anything where there's, like, swinging from chandeliers and having great banter and stuff like that. I'm going to roll 1d3. Tammy, you may introduce your character and go forth from there.
Serves me right for giggling at that.
Mhm.
So I am Tammy, and tonight I am going to be playing Tuvi. She used to have magic. She used to use it to her advantage. She's been bountiful with like creating magical nets and everything, catching fish. But now with age, her magic is dwindling, so she's looking for other stuff to be able to do to occupy her time. She's had 7 kids. She's had enough of this shit. She's just looking for something a little more exciting and not so involved. So that is who I will be playing this evening.
I love this. She's going to get involved. I do, unfortunately, inform you of that. Let's roll here to see who's next. Allie, it is all you, friend.
Hello.
Oh, wait, hold on, wait. Tammy, favorite swashbuckling movie?
Oh, Jesus. Definitely. I feel like there's someone wanting to talk to me. But I'm going to definitely have to go with Princess Bride. I'm sorry. I'm still like a 7-year-old girl, 8-year-old girl when that came out. That movie gets me.
No,
The book was fine, but the movie definitely does it for me. It's just, oh, Leslie.
Oh, no, it's fantastic. Yeah. Like I told you all off stream, this whole system was built from the ground up to let people play Princess Bride at table. So yeah, no, it's a wonderful story. Allie, your call.
Hello. I'm Allie, and my character for tonight will be Alin Al Olsen. And they are a figure of some renown, though no one has seen their face, and they've been alive for entirely too long for a human. That even though they appear to be a human. So they have quite a reputation for having a temper and for having some pretty flashy moves and a little bit of recklessness. They're here to compete in the games, but more than anything, they're here to get a lay of the land for who might be a worthy apprentice, if you will.
All right. Favorite swashbuckling movie?
I'm gonna cheat a little and go with the Goonies.
That works.
Oh.
I'll take it. I'll take it. Wonderful. Skeletor?
Yarr, I be the Jolly Roger. Yarr.
I adore you. I absolutely adore you. I need you to know
And
I love what you bring to this stream.
yeah, so tonight I'm going to be playing Marcos Stormbringer. He is an Oread who just really likes to fight. And he likes to fight so much that he's basically been kicked out of everywhere that he's been. So now he's in Mytros looking for a fight at the Great Games.
I love this. I love this.
And
Okay.
favorite movie would be Master and Commander, because that was fantastic. A little more
This
serious than a lot of the, swashbuckly things, but
Mhm.
Age of Sail.
Yeah. Yeah, it brings down the room for somebody with a fucking skull mask to be too grim and serious.
I'm gonna have to take this out before I pass out.
I think what I loved most about that skull mask is there is a point when it needs to become conversation, because you're like, haha, I'm Skeletor, I'm the Jolly Roger, big bombastic entrance, and then you're like, so I'm a Sagittarius, and I indeed, and it's like there's gonna be a moment when it's just like you have to be read again.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll
Yeah.
fight, man.
Oh my
So-
god.
I'm going to start this. I guess we'll just jump or read if you want to mention the merch real fast, and then we'll jump in.
Oh yeah, of course. So we've got a merch store. It's out there at our usual place.
Mhm.
And if I can type this, I should be able to bring the link up in chat.
You missed the exclamation
Sure
point, but I'll
fucked
put it in
that
there.
up.
I'll put it in anyway. Oh, I gotta log out of Roll
So
for
that's
Bull.
going to be there at streamlabs.com/rollforbull/merch.
Mhm.
And whoops, I ended up clicking on the wrong thing, and that's what happened there.
This is worth it. What we
Yeah.
are experiencing now is absolutely worth this. Okay.
I'm a professional.
I'm going to also jump in and just explain to everybody at home that because this is different than D&D, we're actually going to be using real dice tonight.
Oh yes.
And I just lost one. But I'm going to do a shameless plug here. I'm going to be using my absolutely beautiful magnetic custom-made dice tower tray and dice vault that my dad made. We do have a couple extra sets available if you guys want to check out my Etsy store. I
did not know
definitely
about
have
these.
them there for him, and I am just punching that into our Discord here, so feel free to take a look. They are lined with like a velvet cushioning so that it's not super loud, and the dice tower is absolutely fun to just throw a shit ton of dice in there and have it go. You gotta try it. It's so fun.
I love this. I love this. All right, that's excellent. I have locked myself out of Twitch on accident. So I'm gonna be logging back into Roll for Bull for a minute. Yeah, I just can't get in. I just can't get in. That's it for
my
old
gosh.
Ben.
No.
Thanks for coming. Good night, everyone.
So I'm just gonna be doing this without being able to read the Twitch chat. We're good. We're good. Is everybody ready for us to begin?
Yes.
Okay. Let me try to log into Twitch one more time. Reed, if you're getting the two-factor thing, can you message it to me real fast?
I am not, but
Yeah, I'm not either.
I can give you the. It's not the two-factor thing; it's the authenticator thing. So I can send you that number.
Whatever number it is, yeah, if you could send it to me. This is a remarkable situation to be in.
Live TV, y'all. Or live streaming, y'all.
All right. Well,
There we go.
this is not working for me. Okay. Let me try this, and then if this doesn't work, we're just going with it. All right, I'm in. And we're never talking about this again. You all... This adventure takes place at the in the city of Mytros some time ago, long before the heroes of prophecy were summoned to do their thing to try and bring back a sense of balance and peace. This is, I'd say, about 20, 30 years before that. A previous instance at the Great Games, the Olympic Games, as we would call them, to celebrate the oath of peace, the truce between the gods and the titans, and to generally show off great skills and heroics from different champions in the across the continent of Thylia. And it is for this reason heroes and warriors and great people from across the nation are gathering in the city of Mytros today, with many celebrities here, academics and politicians, King Acastus and his beloved wife, Vallus, who I believe would be newlywed as of a couple years ago, are helping to host the games. And yeah, people are piling in. One at a time, I want to ask each of you what you're doing at the Coliseum, and I'm going to open with Reed. What brings you here?
Marcos would be here to compete. He's
All
a
right.
boxer because he likes to fight.
All right. I love this. And Allie, what brings you here again? You're just you clarified before. I want you to reiterate.
Yeah, I'm here to compete in the javelin throw, even though it's not like my primary skill set.
Mhm.
And also to kind of check out the competition to see if anyone looks promising.
All right. Are either of you from the city of Mytros?
Not originally, no.
And Tammy, what about you?
Tuvi would actually be there because there's a big event going on, and she's got some of her stuff that she's made that she's wanting to sell, like her nets, some minor little weapons and armor and paintings, just random things that she's crafted over time just to pass the time.
Wonderful. And I'm gonna roll a die real fast, just real quickly. Allie, with Ollie, how are things going so far? Like, how are things going for you at the start of this event? Are they going well? Are you getting along with everybody?
I think I'm kind of keeping my distance. I'm not socializing, but I'm also not actively antagonizing anyone. So I'm just kind of quietly scoping folks out.
Okay. Yeah, I think that at one point, this other Minotaur that you have never seen before and is not from our current campaign, would come up to you, and he sits down next to you and says, "So you're doing the javelin throw? Is that right?"
Indeed, that's what I'm here for. What are you competing?
Well, I'm gonna be doing doing the dash, the run, but I thought I might try my hand at the javelin throw too, see what that could be like. And I don't know, some of these people, I look like I could throw them. I don't know about you.
Mean, you certainly seem like someone with some strength, but it seems like you have some confidence in your speed as well. Is that right?
Well, I try to be a little bit of everything. You never know. Plus, if you try for everything, you're gonna succeed more than you fail. That's just math.
It's an interesting theory. Are you from around here?
Stygian row.
Hmm.
What about you?
Oh, I'm from a little bit of everywhere. What did you say your name was?
Brixton.
Brixton, nice to meet you. I'm Olin.
Alan, good to meet you as well. He grabs your arm. He reaches out to shake your hand.
I'll shake it back.
He shakes it. He grabs it. He looks at you and he goes, weak. Good effort. Weak.
Oh.
And you hear this voice go, Joe, excuse me. Hi. Hello. Hi. And right behind him, you see peering out. You see this small little satyr, like almost 4.5 feet tall, that just says, "Hi. Excuse me. My name is Marion, and I wanted to know if I could have a moment to speak with Olin for a moment." And he goes, and Brixton goes, "Sure. I don't. You don't need to ask me for permission." And he just sort of gets up and walks away, and Marion goes, Sorry about that. Sorry. Hi. Hi, Olin. It's Marion. Nice to meet you. I wanted to ask you a favor, if you have a moment. Well, not a favor for me, but a favor for. I'm not good with words. And she pulls out this envelope and she hands it to you, or this card, and she hands it to you. And when she does, there's literally nothing on it except for a time, which is an hour from now. And on the other side, the seal of Vallus, the queen of
Intriguing.
Mytros. And she goes, she said she was looking for some people that she could trust, and it seemed like maybe she wanted to speak with you. Would you be able to do that? We can arrange for you to come back for the games to start a little bit later, and if they do, she said that if you do end up missing, you'll be well compensated.
Fine by me, I suppose. Who am I to say no to a queen?
Oh, thank you very much. You're a lot better than the other ones. I appreciate this. Thank you.
How many more are there?
Oh, just a couple. You'll see everything when you get there.
Well, it was nice to meet you.
Oh, it was lovely to meet you, Olin. Marion. Nice to
Can I
meet
give
you.
you a piece of advice, Marion?
Oh, yes, always.
Speak confidently, and people will trust that you know what you're doing.
Okay. I'll speak more confidently if that's okay. If I come off too confident, let me know, okay? All right. Well, thank you very much. I'm gonna go now, and I'm gonna try that. I'll let them know that you told me that. Okay. Bye. She heads off. Tammy, what is Tove up to at this moment? Or how are things going for Tove? Remember, with 7th Sea, you could just sort of throw in narrative if it sounds cool. So, like, are you selling things well, poorly, whatever?
2V.
2V.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
She's just kind of going out around, and she's handing out little flyers right now to advertise that she's going to be at like the marketplace from a certain time with her wares. So right now she's kind of just carrying everything in a big backpack, but she's just before the main event kind of thing. She's just kind of handing out these little pamphlets, just kind of, just however people do it on the street. They're handing out these flyers just saying, hi, looking good luck today. And she can tell that it's an athlete and stuff like that, and just handing out her little flyers.
Now, is she very successful overall, like besides today, or
Not as much as she'd probably like, but she understands. I mean, she doesn't have the looks or the body to bring in the crowds and stuff like that. Basically, her clientele it reflects her products. They are quality. They they have a purpose, which is not just a random little trinket that every little kid's gonna want when he goes to an event with mommy and daddy, but these things all serve a purpose. So it is for a specific kind of clientele, those that are looking for that item. And because of that, she's probably not as successful as she could be, if
Okay.
she made them all look prettier and more useless. But
I love
she
this.
does good enough to get by.
I love this. So you're selling things. You're selling. You're doing this business. A little halfling comes over. Um, and he's a little halfling comes over, and just wants to see what you have, and he goes, excuse me, I want to know if you had any sort of souvenirs for the games that for sale, or what you would recommend. I came here from Astoria, and I wanted to be able to keep something from here. If there's any, do you sell those?
No, I do not have these souvenirs. I've got stuff that is useful. You would have to take a look at other market sellers.
Oh, I'm
Sorry.
sorry about that. Okay. Well, thank you. My apologies. And I'll go. It's okay. It's okay. I'm sorry. It's okay that you don't have that. I forgive you. I'm gonna go for right now. But thank you. Bye. And this kid's like totally like sort of confused, and sort of was really hoping to buy something, and sort of wanders off. And when he leaves, you see this satyr standing there, looks at you and goes, "You only sell the practical things. You only sell useful things."
Well, yes, I've got the fishing nets, I've got the fishing hooks, I've got some knives to cut the fish, and useful stuff. I don't sell little trinkets that people just want to be pretty.
Well, you know that
I
some
sell
people.
real stuff.
Well, some people like to find things that are. Some people like to buy things. If someone came here from Astoria, they might want to buy a fishing hook or something that's just like an authentic trinket or souvenir. But I understand. I don't mean to tell you how to do your business. I'm sorry about that. Um. Wh- well, anyway, I did come here for a purpose, though. I saw that you had a. I heard your name. A name was given to me, and I needed to give you something. And normally I know that you sell things, but I thought you might like this. And she reaches out and she hands you a card with an time on it and a seal from the Queen of Vallus, Queen Vallus.
I will look at her suspiciously and just, what is this?
Oh, it's an invitation from the Queen. She wanted to speak with you. She wanted to speak with a few people. I have someone else I needed to talk to, but I thought that you would want this right away, so that you have time to prepare, and you can close up your shop. And if you lose any money, we'll cover it or anything like that, so you don't lose your wages for the day. If that's okay with you, we just need to speak with you for a moment.
Maybe I might have time.
Oh, it's just because it's the Queen. I thought that might be a great honor to some people.
Oh my god, you young kids these days are so gullible. Of course I'm going to go. It's the queen.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you. Um, okay. Well, I just got one more person to speak to, but I'll see you back when you get there. Okay.
Sure.
Um, and she turns someone and she goes, okay. Well, I hope the last person is nicer than that, and heads off. Reed, you're at the Coliseum already, right? What are you doing?
Yeah, there we go. I am at the Coliseum. I would probably be going through sort of my pre-fight routine,
Mm-hmm.
which mostly consists of getting completely stinking drunk.
Perfect. Do you have Able Drinker as an ability?
I do not.
Good. Okay.
I know.
Wonderful. So you're getting drunk. How drunk are we talking? Am I talking like completely shit faced, like waking up next to like an elephant and like
Not for 2 or 3 hours yet. We're
Okay.
just starting the drunk at this point.
Okay. So you're drinking. Are you fighting at all?
Not yet. I'm getting ready to fight.
Okay. So I'm gonna say that you have one person with you. This this lady, this half orc who this half orc who's been getting drunk with you, and I think she's also wrestling, and I think she's sort of like has been wanting to like bond and hang out, just sort of going like, oh yeah, no, take another drink. Once this is done, we'll have this we'll get drunk, we'll have fun, we'll beat the shit out of each other, and then maybe later we'll I don't know, we'll party, we'll see what's going on in town. How does that sound? here's another drink, and she hands you another drink.
As long as I am fighting, my friend, I am happy man.
Yeah, it's pretty close for me too. Sort of the same thing. So let's just let's drink and enjoy the day. And if one of us wakes up with a gold medal, well, all the better. She raises her tankard to you.
Here's to remembering.
She raises, and you hear this voice behind you go. Here. Is that what they say? And you see this small satyr, looking, going,
By the
hi.
gods, you are a tiny person.
Sorry. Sorry. I just, I didn't mean to be. I wanted to, I wanted to, what was your character's name again?
Marcos.
Marcos. Jeez, I was just looking for Marcos. Is he here?
Then you have found him. Here,
Oh,
take
good.
drink.
Oh, okay. I shouldn't drink. I have to go do some business in the merchant district after this. So I just I wanted to reach out on behalf of my employer. They were looking for some people that could help them with a task, and thought that you might be able to assist. Since since the games don't start for a couple more hours, would you be interested in helping out with something?
I don't know. You're asking me to give up time from fighting and from drinking.
Oh, I've been told that if you help, you will have more than enough to drink, and more than enough to fight, and more than enough to. I don't want to finish that sentence, but you have the things you can do. You should have fun.
Well, then you should have started with this small person. You should lead me there right now.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out how to open with everything. I always like to make a little bit of small talk, and I was okay. Let me show
Well,
you. And,
you are very small. You cannot help but make small talk.
That's true. And she goes, "Well, I have this card here," and she shows you the a card like the others for the seal of Queen Vallus. And she goes, "You'll be well compensated, and also sorry about being small." Is
Never.
there
Never apologize for being yourself. But you are very small.
Okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I'll lead you there as soon as I can, and then I have to go to the business district. But I'll see you. Let's go. She leads you there. Sometime later. The games are. It's early enough in the day that the games you guys are, Ollie and Roscoe, Marco. Marcos. I'm gonna need to write these down. Our meeting for are gonna be in a couple hours. But you get led up to the steps of the palace. And as you get there, I would say each of you brought there one at a time by this small satyr who has led you all one by one. And when you're in the sort of the waiting hall, and once she finally brings in the last one, which would be Olin, she goes, "Okay, Vallus will see you now." Thank you. And she walks in, leads you into this large main hall of the palace, where you see a King Acastus, stately in a golden breastplate and a sword at his side, sitting proud. And next to him, you see his Queen Vallus, the goddess of wisdom, who's currently being basically sewed into this golden gown, and all of her makeup being done. And they look to you, and Vallus doesn't look at you. King Acastus does. Vallus is just sort of looking off in the distance, and King Acastus says, Greetings. It's good to see all of you. Is this all of them? I thought there would be more." And he goes, Marion? And the satyr goes, Oh, the other two couldn't make it. They didn't accept. I'm sorry about that. And he goes, well, you tried. She goes, "Eh." And he
Worry not,
says,
fair king. Marco Stormbringer is worth 2 men.
oh, okay. Then we have uh four men. Then, thank you. Um, and Vallus goes, thank you all for coming here. I appreciate that you've taken the time out of your days to assist. You will, of course, be well compensated. Um, she goes, you did come at my behest, but I think that my beloved can explain things a little better for the moment. And she goes, my king? And he goes, of course, my dear. And he says, well, Vallus did, my queen Vallus did summon each of you here. It was something that we had discussed. We have a little bit of an difficulty at the palace right now. And we needed to reach out to some people that we felt would be able to assist us uh, without their personal ambitions getting in the way. And Vallus just sort of says offhand while she's like getting her eyes done. She just says, people who are either honest enough or simple enough in their desires that they wouldn't be able to betray us, or they wouldn't have the capacity to betray us or the desire to, as well people that'll be leaving town soon. Simple enough. And King Costas, I would have said it differently, but generally, yes. Um, he says, we need help with something, and we wanted to bring together people that we could trust to accomplish one thing and then move on. And it seems that some of you would be helpful for this group in different ways. Though it's really a shame that we don't have the other two. And Marion goes, I'm sorry. He goes, no, it's all right. It's all right. He says, we need your assistance retrieving something that was stolen from us one or two nights ago, from the palace. Um, but we don't want there to be any incident in recovering it. No death or any official business, any guards or anything getting involved. It's something that we'd rather be discreet about. And Valis just goes, Acastus, my dear, I appreciate your discretion, but I have to imagine that they're going to be more curious if we don't just tell them what truth that we owe them.
It is
You're all
not a
curious,
worry,
aren't you?
dear king. I am very subtle.
Valis just goes, we'll leave the subtlety to the others, but I'm sure that you have many things you can bring on your own. And Costas goes, no, that's good. If you can be subtle, be subtle. That's ideal. Says,
I am subtle like elephant. Many people have said this of me.
Have you actually listened to the words they told you? I don't think it means what you think it means.
Elephant is small rodent, yes?
well, I've never seen an elephant, so they might be subtle.
Sneaking through the great grasslands, I'm sure.
My dear, and Valis goes, please just continue. He goes, okay. She needs an aspirin 5 seconds into this. Oh. It's fun to get to put back Valis on screen with anybody she doesn't have like an immediate emotional connection with. But King Costa says, a small wooden box was something valuable was taken from our palace a while ago, and we think that it might be in the Temple of Sidon. And Valis says, as she's getting stands up and like checking her dress, and she goes, unfortunately, if we still haven't figured out how it was taken from our palace, and if we know how it was stolen, then if we don't know how it was stolen, but people know that it was stolen, it might make us look a little weaker. It might make us look unprepared. It's more important over the next coming days that we don't exude weakness. So we're asking people to go in and retrieve this for us and bring it back without with minimal bloodshed and without bringing the attention back to us. Acastus says, yes, she's correct. We will compensate you. We will pay you for this. Anything you need to do, as long as it doesn't trace back to us or result in any deaths, would be ideal. And we'll delay your games, wrestling and javelin, for the time being, for a few hours to buy you some time, if that's helpful. And
So the objective is to avoid death and not have it circle back to you and remove it from the hands of Sidon's worshippers. Is that correct?
yes, the box. Don't let anything happen to it. Don't let anything. It's very valuable to me.
So 4 objectives.
I suppose so. And Vallus goes, you should just tell them, dear. And he says, I suppose so. The box contains a dragon's egg. It is extremely important to us. And if you bring it back, we will compensate you handsomely, and you will be friends of this palace for quite some time. If it doesn't come back to us, well, in order to fully address this, and Val says, if it doesn't come back to us and we don't see proof that it's in the temple, we'll assume that you absconded with it. So that will not be in your best interest as well. And Acosta says, we don't need to threaten them. Val says, I disagree. Acosta says, look, do we have a deal?
This I know. The people of Sidon, they are the greatest fighters in the world. I count myself among them.
Oh, well, if this is a conflict of interest for you,
I will be fighting them any day of the week, my friend.
Okay, well, that's good to hear. Marion goes, just today, please. And Acastus goes, Marion? She goes, sorry. And Val says, and the other two, I haven't heard you commit yet. Was there some hesitation that you wanted to share with all of us?
I was just going to sell things, for livelihood, but this sounds like a bit of better gig, so maybe.
From what I've heard, you're pragmatic, clever, and honest. You'll be able to approach this in an insightful way, and then you'll be out of town the next day. It seems beneficial. Olin?
Well, I'm just trying to honestly decide if I can resist the temptation of absconding. I didn't know Jenn was still around.
There are some, and they're valuable if you know how to care for them, which is a very complicated and well-kept secret of a process. And if you don't know how to care for them, then you're just the person who killed the dragon egg.
Or there are people that could make a very good omelet, I'm sure. Not that I'd want to, That's way too much for me. I like little egg.
You have a lot of input.
Fish. I've seen a lot.
As far as compensation goes, I'm also here to watch the other events. If I miss them, would you assist me in putting out a call for the most capable fighters in your city?
To what end?
Looking for an apprentice, you might say?
If you need an apprentice, we'll find you an apprentice. We'll find you someone very valuable, capable. I have, I have connections.
Then you have yourself a deal. And I'm gonna do a very big, like, dramatic sweeping bow, and all of the like scarves and fabrics I have like wrapped around my body are kind of gonna swirl. And I think I forgot to mention this earlier, but it is worth noting that I am wearing like scarves covering my face and my head, so all you can see at any given moment are my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I really am generally featureless.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so I just kind of turned into like a big swirling, dramatic
I had
twist
a
of
apprentice once.
fabric.
He was eaten by bear. Very sad.
You had a what?
I had apprentice once.
Hmm. Well, if you
Clearly
couldn't
it didn't teach him.
he certainly wasn't worth it.
Or clearly he wasn't taught well enough.
I will miss my brother.
Acosta says, or the bear was taught very well. What, brother? And Vallus says, I don't think we have time to discuss the implications of what you just said. But Olin, would you be able to provide me, I wonder, with one of your scarves?
I'll just kind of swirl it out and hand it to her directly.
She uses like a mage hand and brings it over and carries it and folds it like into her dress. And she goes, wonderful. If anything happens where the egg doesn't return, I will assume that you had something to do with that. And I'm sure that you understand now that it's in your best interest to not try to hide while someone of my capabilities has an item of yours.
Oh, of course, my queen. I wouldn't have agreed to it if I intended to abscond.
Then I think that we're agreed. You should start at the Temple of Sidon. Remember, discretion is key, but do whatever you feel you need to do. Marion goes, good luck, everybody. I wish you all the best. And King Costas goes, well, with that settled, I suppose we should see some of the opening ceremonies. And Vallus says, we might delay them for a moment out of respect for the people here, but yes, let's go make an appearance. They sort of sit there for a second and stare at the three of you.
I'll just stare back.
One more bow, and then
Yeah.
I will turn on my heel and start to make my way out. But I want to just trail my hand across Marion's shoulders gently as I walk.
And she's, sorry. Vallus looks at Marcos and just goes,
Oh, am I to leave now?
I was wondering what business you thought you had here that you needed to take more of our time.
I think very little.
Understood. Well, then off you go.
Have a good day.
Follow as well.
Acostus just goes, thank you for this, and says, and as you're leaving, you hear him go, you know, my love, you did not have to be so harsh with them. She says, I was as harsh as was appropriate. I like see them pre-marital fail. It's a delightful little insight. Bree, hello.
I like that Acostus is the reasonable one here.
Pre being driven insane. So what was I gonna say? Some of you are just joining us, we are doing a one-shot in the same canon, but it is a prequel using the 7th Sea swashbuckling adventure system instead of Dungeons and Dragons. So you guys can go where you want and do what you want. As you know, my players have learned 7th Sea recently, so I'm going to reiterate the rules for their sake and the audience's sake. As you guys know, it's not just like a roll, pass, fail system. You can tell me anytime you want to do something, I'll sort of decide whether it succeeds, fails. But if it's a risk, carries any chance of things going awry, then we're going to roll dice and sort of go from there. But this is up to you. Like, you can make up story elements you think go in or suggest something. I'm not going to give you layouts. Do you want to go to the temple? Do you want to go somewhere else?
I would, on my part, I would go directly to the temple, but if
Hmm.
anybody else has feedback,
No, I'm
No.
just gonna wait for you guys outside, and then we can all head to the temple.
All right.
onward.
All right, you guys do make your way to the temple side. I'm going to put a link in a picture in the Discord, in the Roll for Bowl Discord. It's not too necessary, but it's helpful. I learned this word. It's called and Reed will know, peripateris. Teros. It's a temple building with a bunch of columns surrounding it. This is a large, beautiful, powerful looking temple. Let me pull up a description. Uh, with along the side, the stairs carved to almost look like waves, and you see symbols of the Titan of storms along the top of it, carved along the top, and statues to him along the front, with lots of people, lots of cultists of Sidon, moving back and forth. Not all of them, not as huge a population as you would expect most of the time, because a lot of them will be at the gate, at the games. Um, but this is where you are welcome to, where you have found yourselves. Um, what would you like to do first?
Well, we do seem to have an expert on our hands. I'll follow your lead.
My lead?
Yep.
Okay.
Sorry, I was not clear. I knew who I was talking to. I don't know.
All right. Then Marcos will go up and go into the temple.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
You,
try to find somebody there.
you're gonna head into the temple. You is it now? Do you regularly visit this temple? You don't, right? Because you're not from this part of town. But you might be familiar with like the culture and stuff. So you would go in and you would see a lot of people. I'm gonna put another picture of it. This is second image I'm putting in is the official one from the book. Um, you would go into the temple, see a lot of people walking around, a lot of religious people, priests, priestesses. Um, it's quiet. It's like almost like skeleton crew here in this part of it. Um, one of them walks up whenever they see you, because it's not as busy. Um, they come up to you, and this priest says, "Oh, good afternoon. Welcome. Is there anything that we can assist you with here at the Temple of Sidon?"
Yes. We are looking for box.
A box? Sorry.
Wooden
The,
box.
oh, for did you wish to make a donation, an honoring of Sidon?
I have done many honorings of Sidon. For now, I am looking for
Oh,
box. It has been brought here from what I have been told.
okay. I don't think that we have that. I'm gonna say you notice around the temple there are about six guards standing around, and one of them turns and looks at you, and then just sort of like nonchalantly tries to nonchalantly turn back and like not acknowledge, try and like sort of blend in, not be noticed that he looked at you. And this priest goes, "Well, I'm afraid that I don't know what you're talking about. Um, if you can be more specific, or if you can come back with more details, I can help you out. But I don't think that we have any boxes here. Is this for a coffin of some kind? Did something terrible happen?
Mm, right. What was box for again?
I don't know.
It's a smaller box than coffin.
No. Um,
To carry valuables in.
he goes, no. Did you did because I'm not quite sure how I can help. Would you like me to? Would you like to step inside and maybe we can discuss this further in one of the back rooms or something? Um, I'm
This
not sure
sounds
if you're.
like excellent idea to me.
And he goes, okay.
Please bring me to your small enclosed area.
Okay, we call it a prayer room. But okay. He Allie, are you Allie, are you with them right now?
Mhm. Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
kind of hanging back and like, for lack of a better word, casing the joint.
All right.
I'm just trying to get like I'm definitely watching the guards and I'm trying to get a read on like how many entrances and exits there are.
Okay. Um I'm I'm going to Allie, I'm going to give you are you trying to be discreet or are you okay. So
Always,
I
always.
want I,
You'll know I'm not.
I want you to give me finesse plus notice.
Okay.
Um and you're rolling for this. Um
That's
for one success, you can look for possible places. Before you give me the results, I'm gonna tell you. For one raise, you can look for possible places where there might be a lead on this. Um, for every as an opportunity, you can spend extra raises to to ask me extra questions, like yes or no questions. And one of the consequences is that people notice that you're looking and notice that you're casing the joint. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So your what's your width plus notice?
5.
Okay, plus one for a new
Oh,
thing and
wit
plus one for your
wit
description.
or finesse?
Finesse plus notice. Sorry.
5.
Okay, so it's 5 plus one for a new roll and one for your flavor. So that'll be 7 dice.
Okay. Math, math, math. So that's 1 success, 2 successes, 3. 3 exactly.
Okay. So what do you want to purchase?
I would like to successfully determine whether or not, or like where, it looks like there would be ways to get around here.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then I'd like to spend the other 2 on did the guard look at anyone else in the room when
Okay.
he like chimed in, or not like
Mm-hmm.
when he tuned in? Um and uh does the priest seem like they're being honest with us?
Okay, so you did not want to spend one to block the consequence of being noticed.
Oh, okay, wait. Then yes, I do want to spend 1, so I will skip the if the priest is being honest question. Sorry.
Okay.
I forgot that was the thing.
Okay.
My
So you notice. So what you notice is there's a room where the guards keep. One of the guards stepped out of. You assume that's where they sort of. The guards are like guard station. You know that there's a room in the back where a lot of the priests would meet, discuss things. There's prayer rooms. There's a couple prayer rooms in the back. There's a large garden in the back. There would also, because some of the priests live on the grounds, there might be a dining area and a storage area of sorts, um, where mostly just there'd be a back room where some storages and stuff like that. It wouldn't be like a huge elaborate labyrinth, but there would be most of the rooms you could imagine in a temple that also doubles as like a place where some of them live. So if you guess a room that would fit that situation, it's probably here. Um, did the guard signal? But that guard did not signal anybody else. He was trying to. He did not do anything besides look at Marcos and then try not to get noticed.
Okay.
So you do this quick scan, and one of the guards starts to look at you for a second, and then you just sort of catch that and sort of snap back into like, I'm not paying. I'm not doing anything. A sort of moment, and he looks away. Um, Tuvo, if I have the name right again, finally. What are you doing right now?
To be.
Tuvi, no.
To be or not to be.
Apparently, it's not to be.
I am actually just kind of taking a look around to see if there's any little doors that goes off to like a back room or something that maybe I'd be interested in just going to go in and take a look. Because
Okay.
clearly he's not going to tell us it's been brought here, and it certainly wouldn't be out in the open.
Are you trying to be discreet and hide from anybody, or are you just doing this?
Nope, I'm just doing this.
Okay. Then I will say you can roll wits plus notice as well. And I'm going to say that since you're not hiding this, there are two different guards that might see you. So there's two consequences of that you'd have to buy off.
Mhm.
And then for an opportunity for the raise, you can so you buy two guards. A raise would be able to see where this would likely be, and then an opportunity for me to tell you some ways that you might be able to get in further discreetly if you want to. And so you get your wits plus your notice, and then 2 more dice.
Oh. Okay. And then plus 2 more.
We're running a weird system today. If you have any questions about 7C or what we're doing, feel free to put it in the chat.
Shitballs. Okay, so I got 1, 2. I got 2 10s. So I'm up to 4. Re-rolling these 2. 4, 4,
Ben loves the
5.
system.
5 with 1 spare dice for just 1.
Okay. So you got 5 successes. So yeah, you know what? I want you to. Oh, by the way, everybody starts off with, I believe 2 hero points, and I have 3 danger points. Because we're gonna
Okay,
start
2.
using those in a little bit.
Okay.
So everybody write that down. So would I be correct that you want to use 2 of those to negate anybody noticing you?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so you have 1. You notice there would be a large storage room in the back. Would probably be where, if this was a conspiracy of everybody in the temple, this would probably be in the storage room. If it was a conspiracy of a few people, it'd probably be either in the guards' quarters or in the priests' rooms, depending on who was in on it. And that's 3. So you can ask me 2 questions about. I can give you 2 ways to get in. So let me think. Did you want to use those to create an opportunity for somebody else, like set up something for somebody? I think. Or do you want to just ask me some questions?
I'm gonna say, yeah, I'll take an opportunity for. Is it Olin?
Yeah.
Olin?
Mhm.
Olin? I don't know how to
Olin.
pronounce it.
Olin.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, I'll see that she might have been kind of scoping out sort of the same thing. So I'll definitely use one of those to give her an advantage or an opportunity on that.
Mhm.
And then I certainly want to go ahead and just see if I can manage to get in somewhere as well.
Okay. What opportunity are you giving her? Like a chance to sneak in, or a chance to or a way to notice something? Like, what are you helping her to do? Are you because like if you're trying to help her sneak in, you might distract a guard or something. Like, what would you be doing to help her out?
I guess it would depend on what it is that she wanted to do.
If you're trying to get a little further, Allie, what are you trying to do?
I'm not like moving in any direction particularly, so I think it would be kind of clear that I'm mostly trying to information gather.
Okay.
Information gather, and then maybe I would like to somewhat motion to her about maybe that like back storage room door potentially could be. I guess that would be the way that we'd sort of be trying to communicate.
Yeah, I will say
thus
that
far.
you can create an opportunity for her to sneak into the back room, maybe notice when the guards are missing or something like that, or when they're stepping away. And your last one, you wanted to look for some way to sneak in. The guards. There's a couple ways you can probably get in, but almost everybody in here is in a specific type of uniform representing what role they're in. Might be one way that you could possibly get in. No one's wearing like general robes or anything like that. You also notice that people tend to move on a schedule and on their stations. So this can get kind of predictable.
Okay. So then what I would say is that I would have motion to her about that one back room, or like potentially the entrance to the storage. And then I'm gonna head off in the opposite direction and go towards another door and just start opening doors, whether they're like for like the little cloisters, whether they're for like the priest's prep room back there, whatever it is. I'm just going to be not subtle about it, and I'm just looking, literally, to hopefully give her a chance to maybe sneak off, but also see what I can see while I'm doing this.
Okay, so you're sneaking through, you're not sneaking through, you're going through, opening these doors. At some point, there's like 6 guards here, and one of them, 2 of them just sort of head over to you and go, "Excuse me, ma'am, can I help you with this something real momentarily? Do you need help with anything? Are you lost or?"
Oh, no, I'm just admiring the architecture. I like to see how these things are built, like where they go and get prepared, and where they bring the people for, their little special sacrifices or their little special celebrations, whatever. Because I like to know how you go in and out and what the planning is. This is just so fascinating.
The priest could they can give you tours, and the architecture is mostly, I mean, these are doors. You don't need to open and close every one of them, but we'll get you, we can get
But
you
every door tells a story. It tells a story how it opens, what it hides, what
really
it opens,
doesn't.
what it
It's a
reveals.
1-sentence story.
No, boy, there's much more to it than that. When you get to be my age, there is so much more than what you can see.
Okay.
You
Well,
don't
then
understand. You're too young.
I am 42. Okay, so I will.
Still, baby.
Reed will come back to you in a second, but Allie, did you want to take a risk trying to use the opportunity that Tammy's giving you?
Yes,
Okay.
I will try to kind of, while the guards are over there, kind of just slip past.
Okay, so I want you to roll finesse plus hide, and obviously you can succeed to get in there. If you 2 risks, one is that someone out here. No, we're not going to have anyone out here notice you. One is it's the wrong room. 2, there's somebody in the room. And then what was that? I can't hear you.
No, I'm sorry. I'm just.
And then as an opportunity, I will say that there's an item out in the open if you purchase that. That's helpful.
Okay, that's literally 2.
So you have 4 things you could buy. It's your finesse plus your hide, and then you get 2 more dice for doing something new.
Oh, okay.
I'm describing it well.
Well, I did finesse last time.
Yes, but this is finesse and hide.
Oh, okay. So I get 2 more?
Also, you're describing it well, and you're being cool, so that's an extra one.
Okay. Man, I have not had a single die explode this whole time. That is 1.
1 success out of what is it? 5, 6, 7 dice?
4. It's 4 dice.
How is that possible? You have 0 hide?
I have 0 hide.
I went too hard on that. You can do one thing. You can negate 1 consequence, or you can succeed and take all of the consequences, or maybe you could take the opportunity and then not actually accomplish anything else. Like, what is the one thing you want to get?
So if I don't succeed and I negate a consequence, does that mean I don't make it into the room?
Yes.
Okay.
But there's still be one of the consequences. I think like one of the consequences was it's a wrong room, I said. And then the other one was that there's somebody in there.
You know what? A bitch.
I like the system.
Okay. So I'm trying to, so if I
Pick your poison.
So if I say that I want it to be the right room, then there's someone in there and I don't make it in the room.
Yes.
How do I know there's someone in there if I don't make it in the room?
I'm sorry, what was that?
How do I know there's someone in there if I don't make it into the room?
Leave that up to me.
God Okay. I will make it the right room.
Okay. See, that's sort of the fun of 17 a little bit is some of this narrative stuff is not set in stone for me. Like I don't have an idea of exactly what's in this room until you decide what you did and didn't buy.
Uh-huh.
So you go to this room, you go in the room, you pick this room. What room were you looking for exactly?
It was the storage room that
Yeah.
that Tuvi had kind of.
I'm gonna say that you misunderstood Tuvi's signal with the different doors around and go into another room. When you open the door and sneak in very discreetly, you see 3 priests.
I wanted it to be the right room.
You wanted it to be the right room? Okay.
Even if I didn't make it in successfully, I wanted it to be the right room.
Okay, so you want to go. So you go in the storage room. So you open the door. You see it. You open the door. You see the storage room, and there's a lot of cloths, robes lying around, swords, tinctures that you don't really want to know what's in there. But you also see 2 priests, 3 priests, two priests, 2 humans, and this tiefling with pink skin who's looking at this small wooden box. And she looks at it and goes, well, we have to get it out of here, and I think we can use the usual method. Can I help you? Just a second, you're just standing right at the door frame.
I have it on good authority that box doesn't belong to you.
And whose authority would that be?
The king and queen of this nation. And I will, for flair, instead of a sword, I'm gonna draw the 2 axes I have tucked behind my back into my hands, and I'm going to use my duelist quirk, which is to earn a hero point when I resort to the edge of my blade to defend a noble ideal. Which is, you should not take that which is not yours. And I will just stand there with them out and wait to see what happens.
And a lot happens in a moment. Reed, I was planning to advance the story on your side, but we have just gone in some directions. So let's catch up. Reed, your character, the priest has led them into this office, into the small office, and he goes, and basically there's like all kinds of like statues. There's like a little font to like make small offerings to Sidon, one to Lutheria, and then like one for the other 5 gods, just like a sort of Gilligan's Island-esque, and all the rest. And then you see scrolls and everything, and incense on the table. And he says, now you had some questions you wanted to ask about a box, and if you were looking for food or something, we'd be glad to help you. It's not something we typically do, but I do think that we should watch out for people now and then, don't you think?
I would take some food, I suppose, but is there maybe food in box?
Yeah, I thought you were asking for a box of food. I'd be glad to arrange that for you.
I am
You
very clearly looking for simply box.
just
Simply a box which has been taken without consent of its owners.
Okay, well, I don't know what that is, but I wouldn't want you to be losing this, to miss this box. So I can ask around, and if you come back
It
tomorrow,
is not going to be a your problem. Do not worry about it. I will look for it myself. I am going to walk out and I'm going to start.
You start to what?
I'm just going to start searching.
And you start to walk around, and as he starts searching, he walks and he goes, "Sir, if you don't mind, I'd be glad to accompany you. I don't know if what the box you have is here." And also you hear this voice, and Olin, the tiefling, just goes, "We're under attack!" And the priest next to next to Marcos just goes, "Oh, damn it!" Pulls out a knife. And
Oh, good. We are fighting now.
We are going to skip, as you guys know. When you as you guys know, this is not a initiative rolling. In 7C, we have action scenes. You guys tell me what you want to do at the start of each round. We roll dice, and the villains will do their thing. Let me just make some notes. The guards are immediately, ready to rumble, as it were. There are 6 guards. There are, for Allie, 2. Well, there are collectively 3 priests, who I will give my own traits to them. And then there's also the pink tiefling that was holding the box.
Okay.
So let's just go through. Allie, since you did start the scene, what approach are you going to be doing?
So my goal is to quite literally incapacitate them as swiftly as possible with my blades.
Okay, so that's going to be a finesse weaponry roll.
Okie dokie.
Reed.
I would like to grab this priest and throw him at the nearest guard.
Okay, that's going to be brawn and brawl, and both of you take 2 extra dice, and also holy shit. Tammy, what would you like to do?
I am going to start freaking out and panicking. And I'm going to like shove whoever this person is beside me my way with the goal to go to the door where I sent Olin.
Okay, so
I motion to Olin.
So in one sentence, are you trying to shove somebody aside, run away? I just need the one, like the main dice combo that you're rolling.
Yes, I definitely want to make it seem like I'm just a fucking crazy woman panicking, and I was like, push him out of my way for me to get away, but my goal is to get to where Olin is.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you brawn and let's say well, here's a combination I've never done before. I'm gonna say brawn and perform.
Good.
Because you are legit trying to catch them off guard and pass yourself off as not involved to pull off feats of strength. I've never done that combo before. And I will roll for the villains on my scene.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yes.
See, I have 3 priests and the tiefling. I'm assuming the tiefling counts as a villain. Would
Yes.
the priests count as a brute squad?
The 2 priests count as a brute squad, yes.
Right. All right. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Son of a bitch. Okay.
Loaded dice, you guys.
Hooray!
It's the first one I've ever gotten.
You got exploded die? Excellent.
So did I.
Yeah.
Exploding dice buddies.
That's okay.
so
I had 2 last time.
Yeah.
What's everybody's rate? Hold up your finger. How many raises you have?
Ooh.
4, 3.
Don't know yet.
All right.
Don't know yet.
I have 1.
Mm.
I don't want to tell you how many dice I rolled because I'm supposed to keep that a secret, but I'm pissed that I have 1.
3.
3. Okay, Reed, you can go first. What do you want to do?
Exactly what I said. I'm gonna take this guy by the leg and just yeet him at the next guard.
Okay, so that's we're gonna. Do you want to spend 2 actions to take out 2 people?
Sure.
Okay, so you spend 2 raises. So you just take this guy and just throw him, and he's like, okay, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to do this. Pulls out the flung, and you hear like this crashing sound. And the game of bowling was invented. So we're gonna take out 1 priest and 1 guard without action. One of the guards crashes on the floor, and the other guards are just completing action. By the way, previously in our practice session, I was having you guys use improvises and raises to move around the room. I'm not gonna do that. Moving around is gonna be folded into whatever you guys are doing. But yeah, so you do that. So Reed, that brings you down to 2 raises, which means that Allie and Tammy both have 3, so one of them can go.
Go ahead, Olin.
Okay. So, if I want to use one of my advantages, is that a raise or
It
is that
depends on the advantage. Which advantage is it?
reckless takedown?
Oh, fuck you. Nope, that's not even a raise. That's just you just do it. You just spend a hero point and you do it.
Okay, so I would like
It's the
to
one that crushes me.
immediately incapacitate the priests.
Alright.
I'm not looking to, even though I have my blades out, I'm okay with wounding, but not. I don't want to kill anyone.
I will require you to describe this as awesomely as possible for the two priests, not the pink tiefling.
So the two axes come out, and I yell out to my friends in the other room, "Found it!" And
Mhm.
and I just, without even like pausing a moment,
Mhm.
immediately start swirling, and again, all of the skirts go up,
Mhm.
all of the sashes go up. It
Mhm.
almost looks like dancing more than it
Mhm.
looks like fighting per se. And so first thing I do is I cut the back of the leg of the one on my left,
Uh-huh.
to bring him down.
Oh wow.
And then the other two, I
Other one. There's only two priests in
oh,
here.
I thought there were three. Okay, so the two.
Mhm.
So I take out the knee on one, and then on the other one, I just spin, and then I psych him out with one, and I just hit him with the blunt end of my other axe
Yeah.
to knock
You
him
hit-
out.
Yeah, you knock them both out. As you're doing this, you're knocking them both out, and then suddenly you feel like this piercing blade in your side, and you see that the pink tiefling is taking advantage of this moment and pulled out the blade. They're holding the box in one hand and the blade in the other, and they just look at you. No wit, no banter. They're just looking at you with scorn. And no, I will say it after a moment. They just say, "This doesn't belong to you. Neither you nor the queen nor Acastus himself. It belongs to someone far greater." But that was a bonus ability you did. I believe you still have your action.
Yes. So I've marked off one dramatic wound,
Mm-hmm.
and then I would like to kind of tut at the at the tiefling a little bit, like,
Uh-huh.
well, unfortunately, you are hiding something, and that certainly makes you look quite guilty. I'm not really here to judge. I'm just here to get that box back. And I would like to hit them with one of my axes, and I want to use my, what is it called? My style bonus, my Duelist
Yeah.
Academy style bonus, to inflict 3 wounds
Oh boy.
on them, because I
Okay.
have 3 wounds in weaponry.
Oh wow.
And then I can only do that once per round, but do that. And then I want to spend another hero point to use I'm taking you with me, to increase it by the number of dramatic wounds I have. So that's gonna be 4.
Oh wow. Okay, so you do 4. So you take 4 wounds to her. She groans and takes this
Don't you have,
as you,
sorry, don't you only have the one from your... Because it's a dramatic wound, not a flesh wound.
Yes. So I got 3 because I used my duelist ability, which is that I get to inflict when I have a heavy weapon in both hands. I get to inflict as many wounds as I have ranks in weaponry. And then I get to add, because I'm spending a hero point, the number of dramatic wounds that I have. I took a dramatic wound when I did reckless takedown, so I have 1 dramatic wound.
Oh, I see.
she's
So-
going ham.
I thought you had said that you had 4 dramatic wounds. I was like, holy shit, aren't
no.
you dead?
So
And
you
no.
you used up 2. So you're out of hero points, right?
No, because I earned 1 when I used my.
So you got 1 left. Okay.
Yeah.
So you strike her. So that brings you down to 2 raises. Which Tammy, you have 3. What do you want to do? You muted.
Yep. So I'm going to go ahead, and as soon as I hear the "we're under attack," like I said, I'm going to God, my God, we're getting another attack. We're in a temple. How can we be attacked? And like I said, I'm going to like just be turning, and then eventually I'm just gonna grab the guy and like shove him out of my way so that I can head towards the door where All In was.
Okay, so this guy is going to be like, ma'am, I understand it's a very stressful situation. If you just stay with us, we'll help you do. Oh, you shove him against the wall. He's like, hits the wall. Bam, bam, and he sort of passes out. And that's one of the guards down. Whew. And that's one that brings you down to 2. Allie and Tammy both have 2. One of you can go again.
I also have 2.
Oh, you have 2. Okay, any of you can go again.
I'll wait.
Wait, go read.
All right. So I am going to go through, and I'm going to. We've still got guards running around, right?
You have 4 guards and 2 and none priests.
4 guards and none priests. All right. So I'm going to go out. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ham on some guards, I think.
So you can take out 2 of them?
Yeah, I'm gonna use the remainder of mine to take down 2 guards. I'm going to, let's say, I'm just going to get right up close in face to face and just, do what I do best and just break some faces.
So you charge forward, and 2 of the guards run up to you, sort of trying to attack you, and you just immediately just slam one into the other, slam their heads together, throw them on the ground. They're nothing. They're unconscious. Only 2 guards left after that, and that is the rest of your actions.
I was hoping for a challenge.
And Allie and Tammy.
Can I ask a quick question? If I wanted to create an opportunity for 2v, would that cost 2 raises, since it would kind of be
cost you one raise.
1 raise. Okay. So I would like to create an opportunity for 2v. So I'm going to kind of hook with. Can I spend both of them at the same time? My 2 raises?
Yeah. If you're like infuse them into like one thing.
Yeah, so I'd like to kind of almost hook the corner of my axe onto their arm and kind of pull them in a circle to land 1 more hit.
Mm-hmm.
And in doing so, have their back to the door so that 2v can kind of get the jump.
Okay. So you're improvising to throw them over there to create an opportunity.
Well, I was kind of trying to damage them in a way that would create an opportunity by like.
If you're either damaging them or creating an opportunity.
Okay, but I have 2.
Okay, but if you're doing one action, then the other one. Like I'm saying, if you want to do one thing followed by another thing, you can. But I thought if you were combining both of them to like do one effect.
Oh no, I was trying to use my action was to hurt them.
Okay, your actions. So you can use your action to hurt them, or you can create the opportunity. So those would be 2 separate things, is what I'm saying.
Okay, so okay.
Yeah.
All right, so
Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Sort of.
Well, if you're trying to do 2 things, you need to do them as 2 separate things. Is all I'm saying.
Okay. So if I want to create the opportunity, I then have to wait until it comes back to me to hurt them. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, tight. Just wanted to make sure. I will do that. I will create the opportunity.
So you hook them. You hook them on the side with your axe. Swing them up against the door. Create an opportunity for someone else to be able to hit them easily.
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. You swing, hit them. They have their short sword, and the box. They fall back, and when they do they drop their sword to the floor as well. That brings it to Tammy has 2 actions. Tammy, what do you want to be doing right now?
So since I was successful in getting that guy out of my way, I'm making my way to the door where All In was. And then I will see that she has that guard's back towards the door. So I am just going to go and run in, and I am going to jump on this person's back, and I'm going to just try to like strangle them until they go down. Till they pass out. Not dead, but pass out.
I love this. I'm going to call this 2 raises for improvising, because you are definitely not trying to trick people into letting their guard down at this point or like sneak out of there. So I think that's reasonable. So you jump on, you grab them.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
What did my opportunity do then?
You positioned them. Oh, I see. Okay. I misunderstood. Okay, yeah. That's my rule in that part. Okay, so yeah, you grab them. You take them with that opportunity because their back is turned, they're focused, and all of a sudden they're focused. They got their blade on the floor. They're holding the box. They're looking at Olin, and then all of a sudden they have no idea what's going on, but they're suddenly just choking and stumbling back. As you hold on to them, that's gonna limit them a bit, and I'm gonna deal 1 damage to them. I think, winging this a lot of it. That's 1 action left for all 3 of you. That's for you, the tiefling, for Allie, tiefling, and the Tammy.
Reed, do you have any more? Okay. So the tiefling goes first then, yeah?
Yeah, she does.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, she's just gonna be like, what? And takes, like, reaches, and Allie, Olin, you see her, this blade out of her robe into her hand, and she's stabbing behind her and does 1 wound to Tammy as you're trying to hold on to her, but she's kind of incapacitated. I'm gonna limit her ability to run away too much or sort of get too far out of the situation right now, as long as you're holding on to her. So Tammy take 1 wound, and then Tammy and Allie, I believe you both have 1 action left if I'm tracking this right.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's a little. I haven't done the system in a while, so I'm making some mistakes. So thank you for bearing with me.
All good.
What do you
Tammy,
two want to do?
Okay. Then what I'm going to do is this person's whose back I'm on. That's a guard, right?
Oh, I thought this was the tiefling.
This is the tiefling with the box.
Oh, it is a tiefling. Okay.
Yeah.
So I am going to have my arm around to try and cut off their air supply. But with my other arm, I just want to bang on their arm and try to get them to drop their weapon. So the strangling part is continuation of when I first jumped on them. But here my action essentially is wanting to try and disarm them however I can. Punching, pinching, grabbing something, whatever I can.
If I'm running this right, if I'm tracking this right, and y'all check my math on this, you wouldn't be able to improvise something new from what you're doing with the 1 action remaining. You could use this action to create an opportunity for someone else on the team, like Allie, like set her up for something, or continue with what you were doing with like the deception, performance, and brawl attack. But like the full on, do you see what I'm saying?
Okay, well then in that case, I will slightly modify what I'm saying. And since I'm on their back and I've got my arms around them here, I am going to try to curl my leg around their body in such a way to try and pin down the arm with the weapon.
Okay. I'm going to go with this.
Spider monkey.
Your character is incredible to visualize.
Something rabid.
So we're going to say you're trying to...
lady on top of that.
We're going to say you're kind of going to try and continue to disarm people with this, your confusion tactics. We'll go with this. Allie, what would you like to do?
So is that an opportunity for me, or am I doing just my own thing?
Tammy, were you making an opportunity for her, or were you just trying to restrain this person? Okay, so
no, I'm trying to give her an opportunity to get in for something.
Okay, she's trying to leave her open. Okay. If you want to, I want to say, if you want to disarm her or something, if you want to disarm her or do something that's not just doing damage, I will let you do that without it being improvised.
Okay, so since Tammy had specifically mentioned trying to get her to drop the box, can I yoink the box?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'd like to do.
Okay, so basically you do this, and she's like, "What is going on?" Stabbing, and all of a sudden like wrapping around her, and she's like, "What is going on?" And suddenly you yanked out the box. Take that, and it is in your hands. Um, those are all the dice gone. So we can continue this action scene. I think it's. Oh no, wait, hold on. At this point, two of the guards are going to run past. They're going to tackle Marcos, trying the best that they can, doing two completely impotent flesh wounds to Marcos. Oh, those poor guards. They have seconds left to live.
Poor life choices. Should have picked a different career.
So the box is in your hands now. The guard looks at you and says, "You don't understand what you're doing." Or the tiefling looks at you. She goes, "You don't understand what you're doing. You need to give that back. And you need
I won't hurt myself.
to let me go." She sort of says to Tammy, like sort of struggles. Because you need to let me go. Still hasn't actually seen Tammy, by the way.
The mystery person on their back.
You ever been mystery spider monkeyed? It's not a pleasant experience.
It's the weight of their previous actions finally catching up to them and weighing them down.
You feel your sins crawl upon your back,
your conscience.
Oh man. Okay. Is it cool if we take our 15 here or the 15 here and come back? Because I got to calibrate some nonsense for what you guys have done. And I will see you guys very soon. Is that cool?
That's fair.
All right. I'll see you soon. See you guys at 15, everybody.
And desperately needing it.
That was my OK Cupid profile for like 3 years. And that, kids, is how I met your mother. Reed, don't tell me whenever the camera came back on. I don't want to know. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Roll for Bull. We are, for tonight, a 7th Sea live stream, doing 7th Sea in the setting that it was meant to be in, ancient magical Greece. We are just running with this. And for those of you that are joining, because I saw we got a lot more people in towards the halfway point. So to catch you all up, this is a campaign that typically takes place in a D&D version of ancient Greece. One of our players has had to go off and take care of some personal business today. So we are doing a prequel story using the 7th Sea system, a system that's a favorite of mine, known for encouraging dramatics and very cool moments more than game balance or combat tactics. And we have made a lot of cool moments so far, including the players going up and asking for the MacGuffin back, which is also how they resolved Callista being missing. I need to stop expecting elaborate plans. I keep trying to think like one step ahead of them, and I'm like, they'll never untie this knot. And Reed comes in like, "Sup, my name's Gordian." So we're going to
I thought you were going to say just comes in with scissors.
Yeah, well, fair enough. The heroes are fighting. They've knocked out all of the priests and guards at the temple except for one, a tiefling who I will tell you now his name is Zenice. Her name's not a secret, so there you go. Her name is Zenice. Zenise. This is probably the only time she'll come up in the campaign, but who knows? Maybe you'll find an older, bitter tiefling in the main canon.
Versus Ant.
Yeah. I strongly considered making this Chandris, and then I was like, no, his backstory is already weird enough. I don't need to add a huge wrinkle at the 11th hour. Fatima, all of this is canon. It's just not necessarily canon that's going to come up too much in the main campaign. Kind of like those like the Marvel TV shows, kind of that level of canon. Zenice is there. She is being choked out by a cranky old merchant, and Olin has the box, and Marcos is out in the front with I believe 2 guards that are still conscious somehow. At the start of this round, I'm going to put another risk here, which is a new mechanic I have not done for you guys before. The timer is set to 1 for anyone calling for more guards. This is not something you guys can negate. What this means is when we are down to everybody at the table only having 1 raise left, this will happen. More guards will be called for. You have until then to get ahead of it, plan for it, get out of here, whatever. But that's the timer system. I've never used it in 7th, and it's right there in the explanation, so we're using it. You guys can tell me what approach you want to do. I'm rolling for Zanice.
Okay.
Reed, what do you want to do?
I would like to grab these 2 chuckleheads,
Mhm.
and I would like to sort of grab them around the neck and then do like a reverse suplex and drag them onto the ground.
Okay. Wow. So I can't give you an extra point for because it's repeating, but I'll give you an extra point for flair because hell yes. I'm gonna give you brawn and brawl
And
for
could I
taking these guys.
throw stronger than you on that?
Oh God, he's bringing the fusions. Okay, let me see what stronger than you does again. What does that one do again? I don't have my
I can
guide up on.
activate this glamour to add a number of dice to any brawn risk equal to my ranks in this, +1.
And what's your rank in it?
3.
Fucking hate 7th. Go ahead. I will say, if you'll indulge me, glamour magic is literally channeling the power of a legendary hero. Now we're not going to put the canon in here, but do you want to give me some explanation for this? Is this you're genuinely just that strong? Is it some sort of magic infusion, barbarian rage, like maybe half minotaur on your mother's side? Like where's the strength coming from?
Well, I am a Oryad, so I'm
Mhm.
assuming that there's some inherent
Mhm.
magic into that I'm going
Okay.
to sort of channel to
Okay.
make myself stronger.
Okay, so you're just tapping into your magical strength and just your power.
Strong like bull.
Yeah, your body like glowing with strength as you go to crush them. So yeah, take the brawn plus brawl plus the flare die, which is 1 extra, plus you're stronger than you, is just going to break my soul.
Please, my
Tammy or
children are
Allie, who
very
wants?
sick.
God. Tammy or Allie, who wants to go?
Go ahead.
Okay. So I would like to use my Bear Sark quirk and let Ben decide what I'm gonna do next.
I'm sorry. What's this
Oh.
quirk? What is this?
It's called Bear Sark, and it's earn a hero point when you let the game master choose your character's next action.
Okay.
Like Berserk, but with a bear?
Yeah, it's Bearsark.
Oh.
That
Ah,
is fascinating.
so I don't know, Ben. You tell me what I'm gonna do.
I'm gonna say that you I'm riffing off of what you sort of had before. I'm gonna say that you realize that literally nothing Vallus said requires the rest of the group to be okay, and you look for a way to get out of here on your own.
Oh my god, that's
Um,
so close to what I was gonna do.
and so I'm gonna you're just like, okay, mission's done. I don't know these fuckers. So I'm gonna give you finesse and notice to basically take it to find an exit and go through it.
Okay. So I've done those two together before.
Not
So-
in this scene. This is a new scene that we're doing here. Is it? No,
Oh.
sorry. No, it is a new scene. You're right. Okay, so you want to get the bonus die. So
Okay.
I'll give you a flare die because my description impressed me.
Okay, and then I get one because I have a dramatic wound.
Yes.
Okay.
Tammy, what do you want to do?
I would like to spend a hero point to give Tammy 3 extra dice to whatever she's going to try to do.
How are you setting her up? You got to describe it.
Well, I mean, I'm
You got-
assuming
you
that
got
running
this.
off
I'll
with
take this back.
Yeah, I assume that running away with the box kind of pulls focus a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So setting her up to, I mean, I don't know exactly what she's trying to do, but she's going to be a little less noticed regardless.
Okay.
Does that?
Yeah, that works. That works for me.
Okay.
So, Tammy, what do you want to do right now?
Yeah. Well, I just want to keep trying to squeeze as much as I can to hopefully get this person to pass the fuck out.
Okay, we're gonna mhm.
And then if I see that she's taking off, essentially I would say, "Oh, we're done. We run. Okay." And then I would hop off. And I was like, "Hey, muscle man, let's go."
All right. So the first thing is you're trying
That's my
to.
thought.
Okay. So the first thing you're trying to do is you're trying to strangle this lady. Let's focus on that one. So you're gonna be
Okay.
doing. I'm gonna say that's finesse plus brawl for you. And then the other things might be improvised based on what ends up happening from there.
So no additional bonus of any
No,
sort.
no, this is a new. You get 2 additional bonus die. I love your description, and you haven't rolled this combination before.
Okay. Come on. Okay.
And then add 3 more for the hero point that I.
Oh yeah, then you get 3 more. Yeah, you're just beating the crap. I gotta start using my danger dice.
Pretty ones. Okay, and I'm going to use my beautiful dice tower and have the candy go.
Yeah, screw you guys. I'm using one of my danger points to give me an extra 2 dice. That's what I've got going on here. Okay, yeah, I'll take that. Yeah, that's what I needed. Okay, everybody hold up how many raises. You got 4, 3. I'm sorry, Reed. Can you please? Your green screen's covering that up. Can you please? What?
Oh. Huh.
How many dice exploded? Okay.
I love this game.
I almost gave Reed 3 extra dice instead of Tammy.
The fuck you did.
Oh.
And the villain has 5, which, as you know, is a lot.
Oh no, Reed,
right.
you muted.
6.
All right, Reed has 6. Reed has 6. Reed, since you have 6 and the villain has 5, what do you want to open with, my love? What are you doing? None exploded. He just got it.
I had a lot of dice.
For those of you that don't know, exploded is if you roll a 10, then that immediately counts as success, and you roll the new die again to add and keep adding up. So, so what do you want to do? You want to take out these 2 cards first, or what is it?
Yeah,
you can improvise against God right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the 2 guards, and I'm just gonna grab them around the neck, throw myself back up, and slam down in a full wrestling move.
Yeah, you take them, and they come at you. They charge at you, and they. I think that for my flair, one of them will charge at you with a short sword, and one of them will just like charge out with a shield, and they're just like run into you, and they just sort of keep going past you, like run, grab, fly, and you hear them just land. It's just this crashing sound, and the knowledge that they will not be getting back up. Tammy, how many raises did you have?
This is too fun.
Oh, sweet Lord.
I only had 4.
I don't know if I have this exactly right, but I'm fudging the rule on this a little bit. She is going to try and pull you off of her. By the way, villains don't have to declare an approach. They just roll however many dice they feel are appropriate, based on a certain number of things. She's going to try and pull you off of her, and essentially she's going to try and spend... Let me look up how this works. Competing things. let me see. Okay, I don't see exactly where it is. So she's gonna try. What was it? Okay. She's gonna spend 3 actions trying to pull you off of her. So her 3 actions go to that. On your next turn, you can either beat that bid, or you can let her get out of your break. Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
All right. So she's gonna spend this be like, "Get off me, you crazy whoever you are!" And just holding, and just let me take that again from the top because I forgot that you're choking her. It's like, "Get off me, wherever you are!" I'm trying to pull you off. And so Allie, how many raises do you have? 3, 5, and then Reed, you're at 4.
I'm
okay.
down to 4. Yes.
Everyone fingers. Hold up fingers. 4. Okay. So we're gonna go Tammy and Reed. Which one of you wants to go first?
I guess I'm going to go in and I'm going to fight the tiefling.
Oh, hootenanny. What do you, and you're gonna brawl. So if you're gonna try and brawl and take her, you just want to use 1 point to do 1 damage, or is there anything you want to 1-to-1 damage, or anything else you want to do?
I'll start with 1.
Okay.
See if we
So you can take her.
reevaluate.
I'm gonna say you just take her and like slam her up against, like pull her against the wall, slam her. If that's fair.
Yep.
Doing 1 point of damage to her. She is at 6 wounds. She's almost up to her first dramatic wound. The villains track differently. Tammy, what do you want to do? Do you want to outbid her for your whole turn, or do you want to do something else?
Nope, I definitely want to use everything I've got. My 4 raises to beat her and stay on her and like I want her down.
All right, so you hold her back, and she's just like, "What are you even doing here?" As you spit all these actions, Allie, I believe you had 3. Is that correct? All right. Then I think you can go now. Reed and Allie. Reed, which one of you wants to go first?
I'll let Allie go.
Oh, I see. Okay. So yeah, I would like to. You know, I kind of just want to do a quick. I will use one of my raises to succeed in getting out of the room.
Okay, so there will be like an. How are you getting out of the room? And you can riff with me. Like if you have ideas, like what sounds good to you? Like is there a door in the back? Did you sneak past them?
So the door that we came in. So we've got oh my god, Zenise with Tuvi on her back, and I'm literally just gonna slide between her legs to make it out of the room. Holding the box in my arm.
You just roll, you slide down, you get past her, and she doesn't even notice because you're just running, going by. Yeah, you get by. So you're going to clear past Reed, Marcos, and Tuvi, and I'm gonna get the name right someday. And so that makes it Reed, your action.
All right. Nothing else has really happened. I'm going to grab hold of her if I can. I'll improvise. I'll grab hold of her to give her basically Tuvi the opportunity to sort of get free and get loose.
Okay, so the opportunity to drop. Okay, so you're gonna grab her. Since you're grabbing her, okay, that's so that's improvising to create an opportunity. Okay, so you're gonna hold her. Try and hold her back like around like I don't know the shoulders or the torso or something. You grab her.
I was thinking just around the neck.
Oh, okay, you're very direct. So you just all of a sudden you just feel this grab around her neck. Okay, Zenise is having a bad day.
Muscle, you're here. Okay. Oh, we run. Okay, and I'll just let go and scoot down.
You'll go.
Okay,
I will take this one.
So Tammy, you're letting go for that was your 4. So that was an opportunity. So I believe Tammy used up all of her actions. So you can redeem that opportunity at the start of the next round. I believe. Okay. So show of hands, how many raises everybody having right now?
I don't how much that was 2 for my last one, right? So I should
that
have
was
1.
I think it was did we say it was 1 to create an opportunity?
Okay.
So she should have 1 more. So you have 2.
Okay,
So Allie, you have 2 and the villain has 2. So the villain I think she's going to struggle. She's going to. I'm gonna be a jerk. Um. Okay. I'm gonna say she's going to use this, and she is going to hold out her hand and snap her finger, and there'll be a prestidigitation in 7th C, and you hear this odorous bell chime, like this boom, and that's how the guards are called. Allie, you have 2 actions, right?
I have 2
Odorous.
races.
Wouldn't that mean it smells?
I thought it's odorous. I thought onerous was deep.
Yes.
It's an ominous
Oh,
chime.
okay. It's a smelly
I
bell.
think Tammy just misheard.
Probably.
Allie, what do you want to do?
Mm, I kind of want to just keep running.
Okay, you're running down towards the front entrance. As you are, you see I'm gonna say you see like 6 more guards. Fuck it, let's say 8 more guards coming in.
Nice.
Running in, not having time to notice you. And then as you're running in, you see this familiar figure at the door sort of walking in. And this little satyr looks at you and goes, "Hi, have you started with your plan yet? Did you need help with anything?" As you're moving in, I'll let you react for free.
Okay. I get the feeling that you really shouldn't be here.
Oh,
Things
oh,
are going
is
south a little bit.
something's going wrong? Oh, okay, I can leave. Are we leaving now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're leaving now.
So, question.
Yes.
How many raises did it cost for me to get out into the,
It costs you have 1 raise left right
I
now.
have 1 left. Okay.
You and Reed both have 1 left, and 8 guards. Eight guards have just come into the main hall.
Okay. All right. So I don't
Reed,
have enough to improvise.
no.
Okay.
You can create opportunities, or you can keep running. Reed, what do you want to do? Jim, thank you.
Finally, more people to fight. I am going to continue fighting. I'm going to
All right.
basically bash Zanice against the wall.
All right. Yeah, you bash the niece against the wall. You hit her, and when you hit her, you hear a crack, and you hear, "Ah, damn it!" She takes her first dramatic wound.
I am off her back by this point, right?
I thought you said
yeah.
you were.
Oh, you were going to at the start of the next round. That's right. So I'm gonna say you slammed the face into the wall. Is that okay?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, fair enough. You slam her face to the wall, and she leans back. Her nose is bleeding, and she's like, "Damn it!" And yeah. Allie, are you spending your last action to run further? Or are you going to pass it up? Or I mean, you could just pass, like unless you want to do something else.
I think I'm just gonna pass because I don't know what else to do.
I will say you see a carriage, you see like a wagon out there that appears to be waiting outside, that you would seem to be where Marion may have come from, since it was just recently parked up there as well. So you could spend your action moving over there, unless you want to do something else, or if you just want to pass. I get if you want to stay when you're by everybody too. That's
I
cool.
want to move to the front of the temple, like right by the door.
Okay. So you want to move front? Okay, yeah, you can move by the front. Okay, perfect. There are now 8 more guards in here. Everybody, let me know what action you want to do. Fatima, their options for actions. Basically, they have stats of like D&D, where they have skills and traits. They make up a thing that they want to do. I tell them what skills to roll, and then the more successes they get, which is a separate thing, the more successes they get, the more narrative control they get over what happens next. That's kind of the abridged version. So who wants to make their approach first? Who wants to call there first? I'm going to call Tammy. Tammy, what do you want to do?
I will see that Marcus has definitely got a good grip, literally, on the situation.
Yes.
I'm going to go ahead and scoot down off of her back. And then my plan is to head back out into the main room and essentially continue my frantic old lady. Attack everybody's attacking is fighting. I'm an old lady. I can't fight. And just to try to get my way out. I don't know why she became suddenly crazy, but I'm going with it.
Love it.
No, roll with it. I'm gonna give you. Panache and perform. If that's okay with you.
Uh-huh.
Because panache is just your general coolness stats. Fatima, you do actually get bonus. You get to roll extra dice whenever you make success, whenever you do something extra cool. So I'm going to give Tammy an extra die for a new approach that she hasn't done this scene so far, and an extra die for describing that in an incredible way. So roll those. So you get your panache plus your perform plus 2 dice. Reed, what do you want to do?
Okay.
I'd like to make your head explode.
No. That's what 7C is for. That's what 7C is for. Go for it.
I would kindly, if you wouldn't mind, like to reckless takedown the incoming guards. I'll spend one.
There's 2 of us, bitches.
It's just psychotic. This is why I should describe them as 2 groups of 4. That is why I should always do that. That is a safety tip for GMing 7C. Okay, so that reckless takedown will be on top of everything else. So because I think that's not even an action to use, right? So so tell me what you want your approach to be in addition to that. Vengeance God, hello, welcome. Friend of mine swinging by the chat. So tell me, generally, we got to figure out what dice you're rolling for the rest of this. So what is your approach beyond that?
So basically, I am going to sort of bowl my way out, dragging this tiefling with me, and basically, smashing her into other guards as we're running, with my free hand, bashing the other ones, just completely ignoring any kind of damage that's coming into me.
This is incredible.
Only something you'd see in a freaking cartoon.
This is
or
I think this is
Jackie Chan sort of film.
Yeah.
This is like all the henchmen jump on and then you just stand up while flying. That's the
that's where we are right now. Reed, I think we're on the same page when I tell you that's brawn plus brawl plus 1 for creativity, but not 1 for a new approach because you already did something like this earlier. I think we're pretty identical on that.
That would be resolve?
Oh, because you just want to be not crumbling.
Yeah.
You just... Oh, you bastard. You know what? Fine, go with it. Go with it. You know what? Yeah, do that. See if I care. Allie, what you got?
So I know that we need to make sure that this egg stays, or the box stays safe. I am going to... I'm sorry, I am not can I just grab Marion and drag her with me? Is that a...
Yeah.
And pull her out of the temple?
Yeah. Absolutely. Let me double check one last thing. I'm choking my mouth on something on the raises that I gave for the villain role. Okay. So you're trying to drag her. Out. So I would say that's gonna be I'm gonna say that's gonna be brawn and athletics.
Okay.
Is that fair? Okay.
Yeah.
Roll for that.
So is that I don't think I've done athletics yet.
That's +1 for the newness. I don't think you really put any spice on that description, so it's +1 for the newness, and then what
I do have a traumatic wound, so I'm gonna add another one.
Okay, perfect. Vengeance God and everybody else catching up. We are doing a 7th Sea remix of what happened of our Greek mythology campaign in D&D. So this is not taking place in the 7th Sea setting. This is taking place in a land of minotaurs and satyrs and gods. And Allie, what is everybody? Hold up your fingers for how many raises you have. Raise count.
Hang on,
Reed, is
one of
that
them
6?
exploded.
Yeah, that's 6.
You
Hang on,
have
one
a
of them
finger
exploded.
disappearing, Reed. You gotta stop the backgrounds.
I hope that Kevin is here to see this because you're breaking me, man.
Hang on.
Oh my god.
Hold on. Oh, I forgot to. Oh no, the last time one exploded, I forgot to account for it.
Oh no.
I've also got 1 extra dice if that is relevant.
I'm gonna buy your
Same.
die off of you. I'm gonna buy your die off of you, which for the audience means that Reed gets a hero point and I get an extra danger point.
I have one as well.
2,
Yeah, sure. That's a deal for you too. So you take a hero point.
3.
Okay.
I have more ideas for how to use the danger pool, and I need to start using them for what we're doing. Allie, you got 5?
5 and no spares.
We got 4, 5, and 6, if I'm correct, plus the villains, and the villains is 4 raises. So Reed, you're at 6, and you want a reckless takedown. So you're going to beat these people up and then still have all of your actions. Which, you know what? This isn't quite the same time they do it in D&D, but very sincerely, how do you want to do this?
I just like the idea of I would be sort of running through the temple, bashing, smashing, using the priests to
As a melee
him.
weapon?
As a melee weapon.
Uh-huh. Okay,
and
so
then finally just lifting her over my head and slamming her on the ground.
Okay, I'm gonna say as you're doing this, they're slashing and stabbing at you. It does actually add up to a dramatic wound because they're getting enough cuts. You don't give a shit, but they're getting enough cuts in that you get a dramatic wound. And then, how many points are you sinking into slamming her onto the ground? How many wounds are you trying to give her? Like, is it all 6 or what is this?
Yeah, sure, let's do it.
And you just take
for the showmanship.
Just slam her into the ground. She takes 6 wounds, which actually puts her 1 wound away from her second dramatic wound. Good lord. Slap, this big slow motion chips and brick flying everywhere as you slam her down. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh man.
And Allie, how many success do you have? You had a 4? 5. Okay, so and then Tammy had 4. So Allie, it's you. What do you want to do right now?
I would like to spend a die to successfully scoop up Miss Marion into my arm. So I got the box in one, satyr in the other.
Yeah, that's a great night. Okay, so you're taking her and you're carrying her. Are you carrying her? Where are you going with her?
I'm gonna take her out of the building back to the carriage, but I figured that would cost more raises. So.
Okay, so yeah, you pick her up as 1 action. Okay, it's 1 action so far. So for 4th action, Zanice is going to on the ground. I really regret how I played this. I actually had the ability to stop you, but then I was like, no, this is incredible. This is incredible. She is going to look up at you and just say, you have broken into our home of worship. And she's going to flick 1 dagger out of her right hand. And she's going to make like she's throwing it. And then you're going to feel this incredible piercing pain in your left side as you realize it was a fake out, and she pulls this other dagger to the side of you. And she's going to do all 4 wounds raises on you right now, doing 4 flesh wounds. Does that bring you up to dramatic wound?
Or
another one?
No.
Ah, darn it. And she stabs into you.
Wait, do I start counting from the dramatic wound, or do I just continue filling the hole?
You just continue filling in the flesh wounds.
Okay, then yeah, I'm not close.
So I believe that leaves Tammy, right? Tammy with 4 and Allie with 4, right? So who wants to go?
Go ahead.
Okay. I would have just tried to make my way, but then when I see Bulldozer Marcos kind of clearing the way, I'm gonna let him go first, and then I'm just gonna be like, oh my god, what is happening here? And then I'm just gonna keep running out. I don't know, my goodness, this is
And you run by,
supposed to be safe.
and the guards just sort of, I think like one of the guards slumps on the ground and is just like, man, you gotta get to safety. And it's just like there as you're just like running by, and I'm gonna give you 3 raises and put you out of the building, seeing Olin holding Marion. And Olin, what do you want to do right now? You want to get in the wagon?
Kind of. I would like to spend 2 raises to improvise.
Oh no.
I want to hide the box on my person discreetly.
Mm-hmm.
Preferably so that no one, even my allies, saw me do it.
Mm-hmm.
And then that would be 2, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And then I don't know if I have to wait for anybody else yet.
You do have to wait for another one if you want to do that.
Okay.
And Marion just goes, I'm sorry, can you just tell me what you're doing right now? You seem to be holding me and rummaging something. Can I know what's happening? Can we go in the wagon, please? Is that okay? Allie, you can say something if you want.
Oh. We're headed that way, don't worry.
Okay. Tammy, you got 3 actions left, I believe.
I'm just gonna go ahead and essentially continue on my crazy woman rampage, and then I'm gonna see them there, and I'm gonna see the wagon, and I'm gonna make way for the wagon and open the door. So that
It's like an open wagon. It's just like an open thing, like where you put load supplies on it and stuff. So you climb on. Okay, so you climb onto the wagon. Give you 2 actions left. So that brings I believe Allie and Tammy down to 2 actions each. So Allie, you want to go?
Yeah. Can I spend 1 raise or not? No. So she said she saw me rummaging, right?
Yeah.
Could I spend any of these to basically convince her that I'm not just putting away my axes?
I mean, you literally were holding a box, and you know how big the box is because you know what I'm talking about. It's not something that you could just suddenly not be holding and not notice that. Like that's
okay.
That's not going to happen.
Okay. Then in that case, I will. You know what? I'm gonna spend 1 raise to create an opportunity for Marcos to get out of the building.
All right.
I'm gonna do that by basically opening. I mean, I don't know if this works, but opening the side of the wagon so that it's a straight shot in.
Okay.
Does that work?
Yeah, you can open it, and you can open it, make it easy, sort of holding the door open as it were. So like Marcos, if you want to get in, Marcos, you're out of actions, but the top of his next round he can do that. And so that gives you 1 action left. Tammy, you have 2 actions. Are you getting on the wagon? Do you want to do anything else? Because you're on the wagon now, so you can kind of improvise or set things up or tell the wagon to go.
Yeah, no, basically I'm just gonna wait until we can see Marcos before I tell the wagon to get going, basically, to make our way back to the palace. So right now I'm just holding off.
Y'all,
just gonna wait.
I didn't hear no bell.
All right, so you're passing. And Allie, that leaves you 1 action left. And Marion goes, "Can we leave now, please? Can we please leave now? I'm sure he's fine."
Would you let me spend a raise to just set her in the wagon?
Sure. If you want to try and set her down for a raise, you can.
Okay, yeah, that's okay, so I want to keep the door open for the opportunity, regardless of whether or not he takes it.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to get her out of my other arm.
Okay. You go, and she sort of I'm gonna say she clings to your neck and is like, okay, and she's like, we gotta go. I don't want to leave you behind.
I'm coming. We just got to make sure that we get all of us out of here so that we don't leave any loose ends.
Okay. So that's it for your action.
Maybe I'll just scream out, "Hey, Matzo, let's go!"
Let me think for a second.
She may not have paid attention to his name.
Muscle, Marcos, close enough.
Exactly.
Allie, I need you You hear someone swear under their breath for a moment. I need you to take 3 flesh wounds.
Fucking knew it.
As you feel this tug at the side of you.
Bitch.
And Tuvi, you see Marion pulling the box back and just for the last of her 5 raises, turns to the wagon owner and goes, "Go, go!" And the wagon starts running. And Allie, you had 1 action. Are you staying on the wagon or are you staying behind?
I used my last one to put her in there. I used 1 to create the opportunity for. Does it count as creating the opportunity if the opportunity no longer exists?
I think that the door would still be hanging open.
Okay. Well.
So what leaving Tuvi and Marion in the wagon running off together. Everybody can choose their new
bitch.
Everybody can choose their new approach for this next part. And Reed, you can see that enough to have an idea what's going on if you want to get caught up on that.
Okay.
So even if I have that 1 remaining raise,
did you want to do some? Yeah, because I didn't know if you wanted to. You had 1 left, and I think what did you want to do with that? Because I don't know what you can do with that
I
improviser.
wasn't going to do anything. I was just going to wait to see what happens. But then when I see that what just happened with Marion, I am going to freak, and I am going to go ahead and attempt to jump on Marion to get her to drop the box.
Okay, that would be improvising. You don't have enough raises to improvise.
Okay.
If you wanted to create an opportunity for Allie or Reed, but that's a little tricky since the wagon's going. We're gonna go.
Then can I use my raise to try to grab the box from her?
No, I think your raises were mostly based for running and getting away in plain sight. So unless you have nowhere to run to, so you'd have to use it to create an opportunity, which you can't really do. So I think it's kind of washed.
Because I wanted to grab the box and then jump out.
You could definitely do that next round. We're gonna go to the next round. That can be your approach for this one.
Okay.
So we're gonna start for this one. The wagon is moving, so there are going to be opportunities. Any of you can claim an opportunity if you're in the street area. Reed, you're not currently, but if you're in the street area, you can create an opportunity to jump onto a moving wagon. Tammy, that's a different moving wagon for you. Allie, that's any. A risk is anybody moving through the street is in danger of crashing into something that might hurt you or knock something over if you're moving quickly on foot or in a wagon. And then there's probably I can't think of any other opportunities right now. And then those of you that are not in the wagon, there's risk of losing sight of her. So that's 3 risks, or no, two risks and an opportunity, I believe. Crashing into something, losing sight of her, and an opportunity to jump onto a moving vehicle. What's everybody's approach?
So what kind of wagon is this? Is this led by a horse and a rider?
It's like a horse and a rider. Yeah, it's a horse and a rider that are clearly answering to Marion. And and then there's like the back is like bags of like sacks of like food, whatever you want there to be. And it's just a simple like supply cart, basically. A cart. There we go. That's the phrase I was looking for. And then yeah, what is everyone's pitch? I'll call on somebody if I don't get any bids.
No, go ahead.
But I was going to say, I want to go ahead and try to grab a couple bags of that produce and throw it out, hopefully the front end of the wagon, into the horse's way and feet to trip the horse.
This is incredible. That's gonna be finesse and aim as we kill off more horses in this campaign.
Those horses know what they did.
Yeah. Finesse and I got so caught up in what you guys did, I forgot that there was going to be a cameo from a very, very young guard that was called Gaius. He was just like excited to let you guys in the temple. And I forgot to put that in there because you guys broke my concentration with what you were doing. That was going to be one of the few ties. Okay, so your aim finesse. Allie, what are you doing?
I would like to use my hubris
That's the closest in my life I've ever come to a spit take.
So my hubris is hot-headed. I receive a hero point when my hero flies off the handle and loses her temper, causing trouble. So what I want to do for the hubris part of that is basically like just start screaming and cussing at the top of my lungs, like, you motherfucker, get back here, and just I'm making a scene, even though we were told to be discreet. So that's the trouble.
Okay.
And then the action I want to take is I want to hijack a horse from someone.
Okay, so I want you to, if you're hijacking a horse from somebody, I want, and you guys don't add up your dice yet because I'm gonna do some bullshit. I want you to roll. Have you done? That feels like Brawn and Brawl, honestly.
I've not done Brawn and Brawl yet.
Okay, go for it, and take your 2 bonus dice.
Not a brawl.
Reed, what do you want to do?
Well, apparently I'm a brawler.
I would like. I'm going to look mournfully down at the villain because she's still kind of.
She's still conscious. Right? She's still very conscious. Like she's still actually. Villains have a lot of hits, but like. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to call this my quirk. Sailor.
No.
Earn a hero point when you put aside your personal desires. In this case, I want to continue my fight with this villain to go help the other yahoos who are dealing with this. And so what I'd like to do is to take a torchère or, some kind of brazier or something like that. And I'd like to javelin it between the spokes of the fleeing wagon.
Oh my god. That is insane. Okay, I'm gonna call. You know what? There aren't DCs on this. I'm gonna call that Brawn and Aim, which I know isn't a great roll for you, but honestly, I feel like that's the best I can give you, because you're very much aiming. And I'm gonna say, in this moment, the rapidness of how everything changed is causing everybody to reel, and I'm spending a danger point. Raises are now sets of 15, not sets of 10. Go.
Oh, okay. Can I spend a hero point to give Reed 3 extra dice?
How? If you explain it.
Well, I do not know how to help someone throw well, he's javelining, right? That's my event.
So how are you helping him?
Can I I'm cussing, and as I'm stealing this horse, I'm gonna coach his form, maybe? like you gotta follow all the way through. You gotta full form. You gotta do it.
Stop yelling at me.
That counts. Reed, you can absolutely roll your bonus 3.
Okay. Could I also redeem a hero point for extra for the raise?
Yeah. Wait, what does that do?
I think I just get extra dice.
Oh yeah, you get extra. Okay. An extra 1d10.
3, and then
don't forget your dramatic wound.
And 1 for the dramatic wound.
This is unhinged, you guys.
You're unhinged. You stabbed me.
That's true. By the way, Allie. First of all, Allie, I adore you because you picked up on it right at the right time, and I'm like, no, this is happening. I'm like, I think if I have this right, you picked up on it right when there weren't enough raises to do anything about it without improvising. I'm like, nope.
I knew the second she showed the fuck up there. Because if I trusted her, I would have just given her the box. But I wanted to keep her kind of grappled a little bit.
How do exploding dice work with this? Do they just not, or
no? 10 counts as a raise, and then you roll 10. Just exploding die counts as a raise, and then you keep going. This is why I love
carefully trying to do math.
This is why I love 7th Sea, because after a little bit, you're just sort of describing an action scene aggressively at each other. Tammy, did you have yours added up, Tammy?
Yes, I have 1.
Okay.
I'm still mathing here.
Ugh.
I should have done the raised difficulty when the extra guards come in. That's when I should have done it. It wouldn't have stopped Reed, but it would have been better timing.
That's wild that that's not enough. Okay.
How many raises do we have? Show of hands. 4, 2, 1.
I have 5 spare dice. If you
I
want to
have
buy
2.
anything.
I'm gonna buy your spare dice.
Were they going
All
to 10
5?
or 15?
15. Were you counting up to 15?
Yes, I was.
Um,
All my
I'm gonna
cribbage
buy.
experience.
I'm gonna buy 2 off of you, Allie.
Okay, so I get 2 hero points, correct?
Yes.
All right, tight.
Reed, you have 4 points, and yeah, this isn't looking good for. So you have 4 points. Okay, so first things first. Marion, on her turn.
Hate satyrs.
Let me double check one thing. Yeah, let me check one more thing I got here. Oh, right. I roll that as well. That doesn't mean anything. She looks at you, and she's got the box in one hand, and she's got her short sword in the other, and she goes, I am so sick of having to pretend to be meek and scared of everyone, and I am going to get what he promised me. And she drives towards you and moves. And do you know how to fight, like, at all? Do you have any fight training? I'm just narrating flavor wise.
You're talking to Tuvi?
Tuvi, yeah.
Yes, yeah, she does have some.
Okay, so she's swinging her sword, and you're like dodging, blocking as much as you can. How would you block, just visually? Just
I technically still have my bag on my back that has all my shit, so I'm sitting down, but as she's coming at me, I'm trying to hold her back both with my hands and my feet.
Okay.
So however she's trying to get at me, I'm just trying to be like a cat who does not want to be picked up.
She's got this dagger sword, and she goes, and she, stop blocking, stop, damn it. And she's like, eventually the last one drives through, and she drives and does 4 wounds to you. As she drives that in. And that brings it to Reed, your turn.
Okay. I am going to do the thing, and I'm going to try to javelin this into the spokes and hopefully limit the maximum speed of this vehicle.
Okay, so you go to throw that, and suddenly you feel this sharp slice at your leg, and you see Zanice there with a blade, and I am using a special villain trait where I can redeem one of her actions to ruin one of yours. And she just looks up at you and just says, "Stay here and get what you deserve." Raise count. How much? I believe Reed still has the most raises, right? What's everybody got? 2.
Did that count for a raise, or did that?
That raise is lost. That raise is lost. That whole.
But that was just 1.
Yes.
Okay.
So you have 3 more, right? I believe.
Yes, I would have 3.
Okay. So you have 3. So go ahead with what else you want to do. You can try again, or you can do something else. Because I can basically activate her abilities and negate that. But let me see.
I'd like to improvise.
Oh no.
I would like to, now that this has happened, I'm going to go through and use this torchère that I'm still holding and still presumably have momentum with. I'm going to try to essentially ram the horses with the torchère.
The horse?
Yeah, I'm going to impale the horse.
So you're chasing. So this means you have to chase after them too, because you were like standing near the temple, right? So if you're, so you're running. I love this idea, but I think they're moving too quickly away for me to let this happen. So if you want to improvise a way of getting closer first, then I can let you do something like that. Or if you want to throw something else or do something else. But the wagon was already leaving by the time I said this, so I was letting the throw, but I can't let you catch up to them.
Could I instead then throw the torchiere through the back of the thing and basically use it to create an opportunity for Tuvi?
What's the opportunity you're trying to create? Just like the weapon available to her?
To create the weapon available to her. Yeah, just congratulations. Okay. Here's a torch.
Okay, so you throw it. So I'm gonna weave these two together. You start to aim. You have a clear shot at the wheels, and you're gonna break one of them. And you throw it. And as you're getting ready to throw it, you feel the slicing pain, and your aim goes off. And you like try and hold on and keep as true as possible. You look down. So he's looking at you. She says, "You're kind of badass thing." Meanwhile, up on the wagon as it's taking off, Marion's trying to stab at Tuvi, and then suddenly like drags the blade and looks at you, and just smiles, and then just and dives back. This brazier just crashes in and breaks like part of the wall on the other side, and you have the brazier between the two of you. And it's an opportunity if you want to use it as you wish. So race count now. What's everybody? 2V's at 2 or 1, 2. So Reed, you're at 2 left. Okay, so Allie and Reed.
Okay. Do you want to go ahead there, Allie?
Sure. Yeah. Ben, what was the second risk other than losing sight of the wagon?
Crashing into something if you pursue her. This one's like exclusive to if you pursue her. Crashing into something, and depending on the context, like if you're running on foot or on a wagon, it might do damage, it might do something else.
Okay. So I have 2 raises. I would like to spend 1 to successfully hijack the horse.
Okay, you hijack a horse, yes.
And
is it just a horse? Is it what is this a horse with the wagon? A regular horse?
I wanted a free horse, just nothing carried.
Okay, I'm gonna introduce this guy.
If I need to like cut it loose to do so, like
no, I'm gonna say there's like this guy who's just like talking to his horse, and he's like, "All right, now, Biscuit. I know that we don't normally go to the Temple of Sidon, but I don't think anything bad's gonna happen." Why grab the horse, gone.
I'll give him back. I promise. I need him more than you right now.
Biscuit. So you're riding this horse. You have 1 action left. What do you want to do?
So when you say crashing, do you mean like fatally crash? Like
no, I'm not gonna kill you over something like that.
No, but I mean like ruining my vehicle, so to speak.
I would probably give you a dramatic wound.
Alas,
right now. Sorry, flesh wound. I'd probably give you a flesh wound.
Oh, the horse would still work though.
Yeah, the horse is fine.
Okay,
might need a new suspension.
Yeah.
I will spend my other one to not lose sight of the thing if I can, unless I need to wait for it to come.
Okay, so you're riding, you're chasing. So you're like far enough behind that you can't really affect what's going on there, but close enough that you have a lock on them is where we're putting you. Okay, Tuvi, I believe you have an action left, and Reed has an action left. Or Reed, did you have 2 actions?
I have 2.
Yes. All right, Reed, hit up.
Could I'd like to try to take to the rooftops, if I could.
Okay. Yes.
And try to hit them off at the pass as we're sort of going in a straight line.
That's definitely improvising, but you're strong enough, so we're just gonna let you just like climb up, and just like in a moment, you're just full on like King Kong, just up there, up the building. As you get to the top, and just look at them, and just I'm gonna say just take a breath and just start running. Yeah, we're gonna find out. Biscuit's gonna be the through line. 2V, whenever you get back, we'll describe your action. I'm gonna vamp for a second, but in the connection between Parks and Rec and The Office was supposed to be that they use the same copying machine. They were supposed to be in the same shared universe because Pawnee got Dunder Mifflin's old copy machine. And I'm going to say that the through line between this prequel and the main campaign is that the horse Biscuit's just going to run through the background of one scene.
I'm gonna give him back.
Tammy, I believe you got the only action left.
Okay. Then basically, I want to go ahead and grab that brazier and take a swing at Marion.
Okay. Yeah, you take the swing. You hit her for 1 wound, as she sort of curses and steps back, falls back. She has like like I'm gonna say like her face like seems like burned, and she's got like this cut, and she looks at you, this snarl. I will tell you right now, her villain stats are usually high enough to take on a group. We don't do killing as much in 7C, so it's not like, if you 1v1 you're going to go into death saves. It's telling you, I'm telling you that you probably won't like be able to knock her unconscious by yourself. As you've seen, there's a large number of options, but I'm just trying to give you a sense for the game so you don't misgauge what's going on here. And that's it. Let's get everybody's new approach. We're nearing the end of the session. Everybody roll your tell me what approach you want to use.
Could I go through and basically, I'm jumping from rooftop to rooftop trying to head it off at the pass, and then finally just jump into the wagon from on high?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. That is finesse and athletics all the way, and that's +2 for new action and flair. Absolutely.
Is this still 15s or is this?
No, we're back to 10s.
Okay.
We're back to 10s. And I'm not boosting it. I'm not fucking you over on this one. Allie, do you have a thought on what you want to do?
Do I take any damage for not negating the risk?
Right, thank you. There's a lot going on. I'm gonna say you're running with this. I'm gonna say when you're running, you see these figures fighting, and you see Tuvi swing this brazier, and you're not entirely sure what you see until these coals fly in your face, hit you back, and you take 1 flesh wound from that as well.
Give me more.
Oh no!
I will.
Me more.
Oh,
Can't use my ability if I'm not hurt.
So basically, I forgot this, and I'm going to mention it right now. If there is a risk in the scene of flesh wounds happening, anybody can be the one to cancel them by spending a raise. They can just spend a raise to cancel it, and whenever the round is over, any flesh wounds you guys didn't negate, I'm supposed to deal out evenly. I'm going to make an exception and deal them out as appropriate. And by that I mean right now, if the risk is dangers during the chase scene, reads alongside the chase scene, so I'm going to split them evenly amongst Tammy and Allie, if that makes sense. So you guys have, now that we're amping this up and we're going to the finale, opportunities, I'm going to say 4 risk of damage, collateral damage going along this, like chaos hurting you guys as you go, and I'll split it amongst you guys. 4 risks of that, and then an opportunity, a chance to notice someone nearby of your choice that would make canonical sense. Not necessarily saying how it'll play out, but as long as it can make canonical sense for somebody to be in the street nearby, you could, like any named character you think could belong there, you could put them on, you can insert them into the scene. So Allie, what do you want to do for your approach?
Okay, so I am going to, I want to catch up to that wagon.
Okay, so you're running, so you're on the horse, so I'm going to give you finesse plus ride.
Sounds
and plus
good.
1 die for that.
Okay. Okay. I'm not gonna roll yet though, because I'm trying to decide if I want to use my hero point to boost this.
All right. And Tammy, what do you want to do?
well, I'm gonna basically gauge how, when I swung the brazier, my chances of actually getting her. And basically what I'll do is I'll have sort of recalculated, and when she kind of went back, I want to try to kick the box out of her hands and hopefully out of the wagon.
Yes. I'm gonna go with finesse plus what do I say? Athletics or brawl? What do you say, Tammy? Athletics or brawl?
Athletics, because I did not do that one before.
What about aim? Because you're trying to kick a
I
very
did-
specific.
Okay. I did
We
have
did-
aim.
Okay, let's
We
go
did
athletics.
do
Let's,
something with aim. Okay.
let's go athletics.
Athletics.
It's specific to you, though. It's not like there has been a roll of this type before, right?
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
I know.
Uh,
I've not used anything with athletics, and aim doesn't give me anything. I got no dots in aim, so I don't want to use that one.
Okay, let me see. All right. If you try and do this, it'll become that that investment contested thing again, where you have to bid. You're gonna bid an amount, and then I'll see if I match it. You see what I'm saying?
Sure.
All right. Whew. So everybody roll and hold up your fingers when you have your raise number.
I'm gonna redeem 2 of my hero points to add 2 dice to my roll.
Fuck you. Go on.
Okay,
Mhm.
I want to do it
You can
before
do
I
that.
roll. 'Cause that's
Yeah, you can redeem hero points to give an extra 1d10. Do you
yeah,
want to
one
finish this out?
d10 to you or 3d10 to someone else.
Oh, I'm gonna do for me to get an extra one. Because why the fuck not?
I feel like we're hitting our stride with the system, and it's becoming why I like it so much.
1, 2, 3.
Fuck!
What do you get?
I'm doing math, but it's not good.
Math is never good. You can keep doing it. You can keep adding more afterwards. 5. God damn it, Tammy.
And I got
2
an
and 2
exploding
spares.
one.
2.
No
All right.
spares.
I have 2 spares.
I got 3 and 1 spare.
I'm not cashing any of your fucking spares today, folks. Tammy, you got 5. Do you want to kick it? And if so, how many dice do you want to sink into blocking it?
What do you mean blocking it?
This is not a podcast, Deadly. This is a live stream. We don't put this in a podcast. I'm sorry, how much do you want to sink into a contested roll? Like, if you're
All
trying
of
to,
it.
like,
All 5.
where are you trying to kick it? Do you just want it out of the wagon? Is there something you're aiming for? You just, like, want it to
No,
fly out?
out of the wagon, because my intention is to follow after when I can.
Wait, the box? Wait, I missed it.
She's kicking
Yeah,
the box.
I want to kick the
Well-
box.
Fucking yes.
So you take this.
Because the box itself can take a good beating before it is ruined. So I'm
so you-
assuming that I've heard the lore about this. So I want to get the box out of the wagon and then I'll follow.
So you take it, and I'm gonna say, well, you know what? You're gonna succeed. So I want you to describe how this looks. If you want to just kick it, do you want me to put some flair on it? Do you want to describe it? It's up to you.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm still holding the brazier and I'm going to feint attack towards her face again to sort of distract her a little bit. And then I'm going to go with my leg and fling it out the side.
And you, so you're like, she looks and she's distracted for a second. She goes, "What are you?" No! She screams and she screams at you like a combination of like rage and fear, just like all of her anxiety and hatred into this one moment at you. Because I only had 4 raises, I wasn't gonna spend them losing a bid, but I know where I'm gonna spend them now.
No.
The box slams into a cart and sort of tumbles and rolls onto the ground, where a few people step back and none of them really have any idea what they're looking at. So they sort of step back for a moment. At round 1 on the countdown, someone's going to claim it, if no one else does. Let me see, 1 second. Is the music overlapping?
I mean, I hear music. Not anymore.
Let me
I
go.
hear very faintly.
Here we go. It was doing a weird overlapping thing on mine. I don't know if it's doing it on yours. With 4 actions with her, she
Bless you.
is going to spend 2 actions slashing at Tammy. Tammy, take 2 flesh wounds. And she's got a few raises left. And that brings. Do you have a dramatic wound yet?
I've surpassed it. I'm past by 2 now.
Okay, so you have a dramatic wound. Okay, so you're slashing. She's starting to feel the pain bearing down on you. Reed, how many raises do you have?
I have 3.
Reed, it's up to you.
All right.
Reed, you see this happen. You see, they're almost stick figures from where you are, but you see a kick, and then something go tumbling, and then your friend start getting cut up pretty bad. Your action.
I would like to do as I was saying. I would like to jump down.
Mm-hmm.
Onto the wagon as it passes by me.
Mm-hmm. Wait, onto Tammy's wagon or Allie's horse?
Tammy's wagon.
I don't have a wagon.
Oh wow.
Lily's
So
got
you,
a horse. A lonely biscuit.
so you jump down, you run, and it's starting to turn the corner. What's up?
But I would like to claim an opportunity.
What are you doing there, buddy?
I would like to spend a raise to buy the opportunity of someone is there. Kiki is walking in the streets.
I forgot Kiki is old.
Wait, this is
She
50
would
years
be in
back,
the army.
right?
She'd be in the army by now.
Yeah.
This
You'd
is
be an
50 years back, right?
20. This is about 20 or 30 years back. Yeah.
20? Oh, I'm 40. Calista could be there too.
Oh my God. Okay. Tammy,
Theoretically,
Kiki's in the army right now.
Too, but
Yeah.
She would be in the army at this time period. Yes.
You see this beautiful Triton warrior, sort of in her soldier's garb, helping to keep the peace at the time in the city. At this time, no one's special, but just sort of looking around and looks at you, sort of surprised. And Kiki, I'll pass the roleplay back to you once she starts doing other things. But Euphemian, what? So you see, is there anything else you want to do right now?
Well, I'm going to charge. I'm going to jump onto the wagon from where I was.
Mhm.
I'm gonna scream out, "Death from above!"
Kiki's gonna, and Tim, I'm gonna roll Kiki a little bit, but Kiki's gonna look at her. Kiana, I guess, gonna look and just. Damn it! On my day off, throw some bacon down and charge after the wagon, and you see like these frills, like these gills, like light up, like flare up around her neck as she charges after. I believe that puts you down to 1 action, right, Reed?
Yes.
Well, okay, so Allie, go. You got 2?
You know I'm gonna improvise and get that fucking box.
Yeah. So you're ready. You grab the box, and in doing so, is it fair to say that you kind of like fall behind the rest of the race or something? Yeah, you fall.
Yes.
You grab.
Because it's my ass. I'm getting this box.
Mhm. God, I forgot Kiki. Okay.
God.
So
I
who has actions left?
I have 1 raise.
All right. Well, that's the last one round. What are you gonna do right now?
I'm going to create an opportunity for Tuva, since I'm here. I'm just sort of, since I've jumped down and ended up in the thing, I'd like to just sort of use that as a distraction, if I could.
All right. Yeah, use the distraction. I'm gonna say you turn. And I'm gonna say
Thank you, Fatima.
Thank you, Fatima, for the points. Thank you. We got points. We got the next challenge. We gotta meet with that challenge. So I'm gonna say at the end of the round, the Marion looks at you all and goes, "Okay, I know what I'm being. Maybe I got a little over my head. I'm sorry about that. If I could just make one point perfectly clear." She jumps out of the wagon and just leaps out and just crashes and like rolls along the ground, and just like all bloody, dusty, and beaten up as your wagon runs out of control. And she just looks up and it goes, it's like, okay, well, at least as long as I'm away from there, I can get back to. And this soldier stands in front of her and just says, "You mind telling me what that was all about?" And Marion looks up at this blue Triton and just gets stopped. I'm gonna wrap it up there with Marion captured and the box obtained because we're a little past 10 o'clock as is.
Death from above.
As you guys get this back, we're gonna cut ahead just to wrap things up a little bit. We're gonna cut ahead to sometime later. Oh, I just lost the music. Sometime later, when you guys are back at the palace, beaten up, stabbed, leg sliced, face burned, making your way there. And oh, I'm sorry, Tamsin. We'll check for that. We have an action log. We'll see.
She probably did it too late.
And Acastus is looking at you, and Acastus goes, so he goes, so thank you. That was, from what I hear tell, incredible. And Vallus says, yes, from what we hear discussed in the marketplace by the witnesses and the guards, that was impressive. I believe we discussed a reward as compensation for each of you, and an apprentice for Olin. That is correct. I'll make do on that. And Acastus goes, I can do you one better. He goes, Olin, Marcos, that was damn fine what you did. And he goes, Tuva, did you really beat her with a brazier? Because that's amazing.
I did, and it's 2B, Your Honor.
And it's what? 2V? 2V? Okay, sorry about that. Because, we might need some sort of, some people capable of this kind of thing to help us out in the future. And he looks at Vallus, and Vallus goes, no. And he says, you were saying that we need to strengthen security, and we just let somebody in who clearly couldn't be trusted. And Vallus says,
To be fair, she was very small. You may not have seen her at all times.
yes, my husband sometimes doesn't always notice what's going on, and I should have been more careful myself. But I suppose you three did extend your well-being for our sake. So, would you like to stay as guards and attendants at the palace? We'll be sure to take care of your needs. Olin, you wanted an apprentice. Would you like to help train the next guards? We can discuss opportunities for this if you'd like.
Actually, I had a question for you, Your Majesty. I'm assuming that pink tiefling isn't going to be allowed to stay here. What was your plan for her?
That plan is my business. I don't understand why you would be interested in security for her. If you have a suggestion.
Not security for her. I was wondering if I could have her as my apprentice.
I'm sure you have some stunning, sterling explanation as to why that's a good idea.
Well, she seemed pretty solid in her conviction that she was doing the right thing. She was extremely handy in combat. And if you exile her, she could do a lot of good traveling the world and keeping people safe as the next All-In, and I'd be free to stick around.
Also, she makes very handy weapon.
I can't be a guard in the palace until someone takes up the mantle. Your Majesty.
I will see to this, and I promised you something, and I will, if this fulfills your our business, then I will let it be done. Is our business concluded then?
I'm certainly pleased with it.
Well, I'm glad that we're able to reach a conclusion here. 2V, what would you like to stay here and work with us, or is there anything else that you would like?
With all due respect, Your Highness, no fucking way. I'm too old for this shit. My back is so sore.
That's not nearly enough.
No.
I have to ask you not to. We'll send you a reasonable amount of gold as compensation. And I believe that if that addresses your needs, you have nothing more you need to say or discuss during this conversation. Is that correct?
I could use a back rub. You nice spa back rub, hot stone, you know. Cold.
It's just how old people talk, too.
Yes.
Seriously.
Yes. Then
Let's get older.
some of us age more gracefully than others, and some of us have difficulty with that. So I'll see
Try
what I
having
can do.
7 kids and see how you end up.
Marcos, what did you want?
All I want are the simple things. I would like to compete in the games. I would like enough alcohol to keep myself drunk until the next games come along. And enough gold to choke a small horse.
There's a comfort in your banality, Marcos, and I will indulge it. So it will be done. And Acastus goes, there we go. We got this. He says, he goes, we have the egg back, and it's good because, well, between you and me, it's only got a few more days left. And I'm looking forward to meeting little Icarus. And Vallus says, yes, that is quite the occasion. Thank you all for your time.
King, sir.
Yes.
Who do I have to talk to about getting? I'll just pull him to the side a little bit. Who do I have to talk to about getting on her personal detail? I like the way she thinks.
He goes. That's fair. My sweet Vallus will definitely select you. You don't select her. But if you want to, I'm sure that I can try and make your name known.
Yeah, if you just put in a good word for me,
I will.
As we're walking out, I'll be talking to Tuvi.
Mhm.
Now, you see, the problem with Dragon, it takes forever for them to get old. Never, you'll not be able to ride that for 10, 15, 20 years.
And as the three of you two of you head out, and Olens begins
Olsen.
begins his
Oxen free.
There.
there
You don't know. No one knows.
they're
It's a
sent
secret.
as they begin to become their quest to be one of the guards, and actually were a senior guard of the palace in the current timeline. And Tuvi and Marcos, whose roles have yet to be known but will resonate throughout history, and Icarus safe once again. Thank you all very much, and that is where we'll end this session. As a horse runs by in the far distance.
I gave him back.
I think he ran away again. Thank you all for playing.
And some of tonight's rolls were brought to you by this beautiful dice tower and tray with matching dice vault. Check out my store on Etsy.
It's so pretty.
Check out our merch for our regular Roll for Bull stuff.
Thank you all for coming. Yeah, we got our merch. Give us a try. Next week we resume the main story, I believe, with the main story where the heroes are visiting the Island of the Fates, and that will be massive revelations for the storyline for everybody. So you definitely, if you enjoyed this, you want to be back for that. But thank you all very much. We've been Roll for Bull. I'll let the rest of them say goodbye, but you all have a good night.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
No.
Bye.
Thanks for making Pinky read. That was awesome.
Making what?
Pinky.
Oh. Gonna have a cameo.
Love her.
Wonderful.
All right. We will be taking off.
Have a good night, everyone.
Bye.